Atlantic Broadband Cable, in cooperation with the South Union Township Supervisors, presents the South Union Township Sports Network. Today via tape delay from the Thomas Landman Field, the home of the Laurel Highlands High School baseball team. The Laurel Highlands Mustangs host the Chartiers Valley Colts. Hi, everybody. I'm Brian Morozak with Gary Frankhauser and Jerry Dupay, and welcome you aboard for today's high school baseball game. South Union Township Sports Network coverage is brought to you as a joint cooperative venture featuring Township Supervisors Bob Schiffbauer, Rick Vernon, and Jason Scott, Atlantic Broadband Cable, Armstrong Cable, and our friends at CUTV, including Gary Smith. Again, I'm Brian Morozak with Gary Frankhauser and Jerry Dupay, and we'll be back with the lineups for both teams after these messages.
The key to success in life is teamwork. On and off the field, in the workplace, in the home, in our schools. Teamwork gets it done. The world of competitive sports offers many good things, the most important of which is teamwork. Individual talent may win a few games, but teamwork wins championships. Go team! Go Laurel Highlands Mustangs! This positive message has been brought to you and paid for by Jason Scott.
On an 80-degree afternoon, just about set for high school baseball here on 590 AM, 101.1 FM, WMBS, the Triple Live High School Sports Network, and the South Union Township Sports Network will set the batting lineup for Chartiers Valley and the defense for Laurel Highlands, which is being brought to you by First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County. The Colts to lead off here on the top half of the first inning, and batting first, the center fielder number 1, Griffin Beatty, the junior, enters this game with a .345 average and 3 RBIs. Batting second and playing in right field, number 2, Frank Peluso. Batting third, the first baseman, number 40, Jason Orzakowski. In the cleanup spot in left field, number 26, Garrett Alzen. He's only a sophomore. Batting fifth and pitching, number 7, Ryan Sharp. Sharp, a sophomore. Batting sixth and playing second base, number 3, Louis Kearney. Kearney, a junior. Batting seventh and catching, sophomore Anthony Colora. Batting eighth, the designated hitter, number 27, Aiden Krieg. Krieg, a junior. And batting ninth, freshman shortstop, number 18, Anthony Mackey. Defensively, for Laurel Highlands, they'll have Tyler Becker out in left field. Becker played a great game yesterday, and Laurel Highlands win over Albert Gallatin, both defensively and on the offensive side of the ball as well. Dylan Bana in center field again today for the Mustangs, and Justin Brostensky in right. Around the horn, it's Nate Zimkowski at third. Michael Brostensky getting the start at the shortstop position today. Santino Mara playing second base. And Dino Vecchiolo, who was 4 for 4 at the plate yesterday, he's playing first base. Caleb Scott catching. And on the mound for the Mustangs, Garrett Myers. This will be Myers' 5th appearance of the season. Enters this game with a 1-0 record, a 0.84 ERA. He's worked 8 1/3 innings, given up 3 hits, 2 runs, only 1 earned run, has struck out 8 and walked only 2. We have a little bit of a delay before the start of the game this afternoon. One of the umpires a little bit late in arriving, but they tell me at the latest the game will start at 4:15 this afternoon. Again, the game time temperature 80 degrees under mostly sunny skies. We do have a pretty stiff breeze at 15 to 20 miles an hour, and we'll see how that affects the game throughout the course of the afternoon. And we mentioned Chartiers Valley. What a great high school baseball program they've had over the years. We mentioned the WPIAL championship back in 2016, defeated Blackhawk in the title game during the 2016 season. But year after year, they continue to have terrific, not only regular seasons, but they've got a postseason win in 9 straight seasons. Last year, it was a first-round playoff win over Greater Latrobe before the Colts lost to West Allegheny in the quarterfinal round. To go back to 2017, they had a first-round playoff win over Armstrong, defeated North Hills in the quarterfinal round, and they lost down to Latrobe in the semis and lost a PIAA play-in game to West Allegheny. And you just look back at over the years, over the last 9 years, just continued great seasons for Chartiers Valley. 2015 made it to the WPIAL semifinals, a quarterfinal round appearance in 2014, in the quarters again in 2013, lost in the quarterfinal round in 2012, and made it to the semis in the first round of the state playoffs back in 2011, the last time they missed out on the playoffs when they went 7-10 back in the 2010 season. Laurel Highlands, of course, coming off a season that saw the Mustangs knock off Fox Chapel in the first round of the WPIAL playoffs. The Mustangs, of course, losing to Mars in the WPIAL quarterfinal round. Laurel Highlands 16-4 a season ago, 13-1 in conference play. Chartiers Valley coming off a 10-8 season where they were 8-4 in conference play. And you look at the Colts' overall mark at 3-7, and you might say, well, they're not having a great season, even though they're 3-2 in conference play. But all of those 7 losses against formidable foes fell to Seneca Valley 5-1, lost to Moon 8-1, lost to South Fayette 11-0. With all 3 of those programs having great starts to the season. Also lost games against Central Catholic and West Allegheny, lost a 2-1 decision against Cannon Mac, and the only loss you might say is maybe not a great loss, the 7-2 defeat against Albert Gallatin. We saw how scrappy Albert Gallatin was yesterday against Laurel Highlands. The Char Valley Conference wins are over Montour, Carrick, and Trinity yesterday by a score of 4-2. Of course, the Mustangs enter play today 6-2 overall, 3-2 in conference play. They've had some close games as of late. In fact, the last 3 Mustang games all decided by 1 run. 2 2-1 losses last week against Trinity and West Allegheny, and of course the 5-4 win over Albert Gallatin on the road down in Smithfield yesterday. We'll see what's in store this afternoon as the Laurel Highlands Mustangs host the Chartiers Valley Colts. And we're back with the first pitch right after this on WMBS, the Trib Live High School Sports Network, and the South Union Township Sports Network from Landman Field at Laurel Highlands High School.
Centers for Rehab Services, CRS, a part of UPMC and the Center for Sports Medicine, is a proud sponsor of the South Union Township Sports Network and its coverage of area youth sports. Make Centers for Rehab Services your choice for all of your physical and occupational therapy needs. CRS, located at 160 Wayland Smith Drive, provides physical therapy, occupational therapy, work injury programs, and hand therapy. Valuing patient satisfaction is one of their highest priorities. Centers for Rehab Services offers a patient-centered environment where each patient has an individualized treatment plan developed for their specific needs. They are experts in helping you recover from injuries, increase strength, and build endurance. CRS professionals have become highly skilled through a strong commitment to continuing education and advanced certifications to ensure the most cutting-edge and cost-effective treatment for their patients. Jim Burns, a lifetime Uniontown area resident, is a licensed physical therapist and facility director of the Uniontown location, as well as a field faculty instructor for Duquesne University and for the University of Pittsburgh School of Physical Therapy. He invites you to stop by his state-of-the-art location and discuss your rehabilitation needs. Center for Rehab Services is participating with most insurance plans, including all Highmark products, UPMC Health Plan, and Medicare. Available 5 days a week and offering extended hours for patient convenience. Patients are seen within 24 to 48 hours, and walk-ins are always welcome. Patients may also be seen through direct access, which does not require a physician's prescription. CRS worked with physicians and other healthcare providers to help you find relief, live your life again, and get you back into the game. For more information, call CRS at 724-437-7500. Where you treat for physical therapy is always your choice, so ask for Centers for Rehab Services. It's your health, it's your choice.
Davis & Davis, attorneys at law.
Every person who's been injured, when they come in, has an expectation that their case is important, and it is to us. We take these cases very seriously.
So that experience that we have is unique also because we have experience in these communities, in Uniontown, in Washington, in Waynesburg, in these court systems.
You don't have to go to Pittsburgh to be represented by attorneys who don't know their way around your community.
Davis & Davis, attorneys at law.
Back.
Davis, attorneys at law.
Every person who's been injured, when they come in, has an expectation that their case is important, and it is to us. We take these cases very seriously.
So that experience that we have is unique also because we have experience in these communities, in Uniontown, in Washington, in Waynesburg, in these court systems.
You don't have to go to Pittsburgh to be represented by attorneys who don't know their way around your community.
Davis & Davis, attorneys at law.
Prime Rozak back here at Landman Field at Laurel Highlands High School. We still only have one umpire, but it looks like we're going to get this game started with just one umpire on the field. Garrett Myers finishing up his last couple of warm-up tosses, and now our home plate umpire coming over and having a word with the Chartiers Valley bench. Of course, their head coach, Kurt Carnes, in his third year at the helm of the Chartiers Valley Colts. Again, the Colts will have Beatty, Peluso, and Orzechowski due up here in the top half of the first inning. Let's take a look at some other games going on around the WPIAL today. We'll start first in Section 3 5A, where Carrick's also in Fayette County today, taking on Albert Gallatin and Montours at Trinity. Games up in 6A include Penn Trafford at Norwin and Peters Township at Cannon Mac. Greensburg-Salem battling Knock in a 4A Section 1 game today. In 4A Section 3, Bell Vernon's at Thomas Jefferson McKeesport under the lights at Bailey Park, taking on Uniontown. Down in 2A, Bentworth at Carmichael's and Burgettstown at Brownsville. The Brownsville Falcons continue to struggle, and California is off to a great start this season. They're at Avella this afternoon. We mentioned some of the results from yesterday. Of course, Laurel Highlands defeating Albert Gallatin by a score of 5-4, and these Chartiers Valley Colts defeated Trinity by a score of 4-2, and we're just about set to go here from Landman Field at Laurel Highlands High School. Just one umpire on the field, but it looks like we're going to get this game started. And a lot of red, white, and blue out there today for you folks on the radio side. The Mustangs in their home whites with red numbers, a little bit of blue trim. The Chartiers Valley Colts with gray jerseys, blue trim, the red Colt numbers, and gray pants. It's a very patriotic afternoon here at Landman Field, and just one umpire out there. We're going to get this Section 3 5A matchup underway. Again, Garrett Myers on the hill, the lefty for the Laurel Highlands Mustangs, facing the junior center fielder Griffin Beatty for the Chartiers Valley Colts. And the first pitch from Myers is a fastball in there for a strike. 0-1. We mentioned Beatty enters this game with a .345 average, has produced 3 RBIs from the leadoff spot for the Colts so far this season. Now the 0-1 on the way, and this ball chopped to short. There is Michael Brostensky. Throw over to first to Dino Vecchiola to retire Beatty. 6-3 for the first out of this top half of the first inning. This top half of the first being brought to you by Peachin's Pharmacy, located inside the Peachin Superfood Mart. And I'll bring up the Char Valley right fielder Frank Peluso, the senior, batting .300 with 2 RBIs. Batting from the left side, so lefty versus lefty here. Just underway from the Landman Field here at Laurel Highlands High School. Laurel Highlands Mustangs and the Chartiers Valley Colts, both teams enter play today 3-2 in the conference. And the first pitch from Myers to Peluso, low and outside for ball 1. Mentioned Peluso coming in with a .300 average. 2 RBIs for the senior right fielder for the Chartiers Valley Colts. Now Myers will wind and fire the 1-0. Fastball, big cut there from Peluso, but a swing and a miss. That evens up the count at 1-1. Our first pitch this afternoon was at 4:12 p.m. Again, the game time temperature 80 degrees under mostly sunny skies. Game time and temperature brought to you by Fayette County Commissioner Vince Vasidis. Now the 1-1, Myers to Peluso. Another big cut from Frankie. Another swing and a miss. And the count at 1-2. I have to think this is quite a challenge for our home plate umpire here today. Also having to keep tabs on the base paths as well until our second umpire arrives here at the Landman Field. Now Myers set to go. 1-2 on the way to Peluso. Another fastball, and Frankie fouls it off into the fence behind home plate. Count remains 1-2. Of course, yesterday, Laurel Highlands holding on for that 5-4 win over Albert Gallatin. Dino Vecchiola picking up the win for the Mustangs. Tyler Becker picking up the save in relief. 1-2 again, staying alive. Peluso fouling it off. And Becker had quite a day yesterday. Made some great plays out in left field. Got the save and also produced at the plate as well for the Mustangs. Was on base in 2 of 4 plate appearances, including a single, was also hit by a pitch. Here we go again. Peluso behind 1-2. Another pitch from Myers. Breaking ball misses low and outside. Actually skipped by catcher Caleb Scott, but no damage done with the base pads empty. And evens up the count at 2-2. And around the horn for the Mustangs today, Zimkoski at third, Michael Brostensky at short, Mara at second, and Vecchiola at first. Myers on the mound and Scott catching. And Myers 2-2 to Peluso. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So down goes Frankie Peluso. That's the 9th strikeout of the season for Garrett Myers. He's walked only 2. And 2 up, 2 down here in the top half of the first inning. That'll bring up Jason Orzechowski, the senior first baseman. Also enters the game with a .300 average, but he's produced 6 RBIs so far this season. Myers, the lefty, set to go again. First pitch here to Orzechowski. Breaking ball misses low for ball 1. Brian Morozak alongside Jerry Dupay. Gary Frankhauser is expected to join me this afternoon. Nick Barczyk back in our Uniontown Hospital studios on the radio side. 1-0 pitch, fastball, and this ball chopped here on the left side. Once again, it's Michael Brostensky. Throw over to Dino Vecchiola at first for the 3rd out of the inning. So a 1-2-3 top half of the first. Led to the bottom of the first. In just a moment here on the Ratcliffe Law Firm High School Sports Day on WMBS, the Triple Live High School Sports Network, and the South Union Township Sports Network.
Creditors calling you day and night? Your debt overwhelms you? Although you may feel that you're in a hopeless situation, Zebley, Mahalev & White can help. We're a full-service local bankruptcy firm that knows what a difficult time this is and what to do to help you get a fresh start. Call Zebley, Mahalev & White today for a free consultation. Your hometown bankruptcy firm. Call us today.
Don't borrow more money until you talk to Zebley, Mahalev & White.
Brian Morozak back here at the Landman Field at Laurel Highlands High School, heading to the bottom half of the first inning. Scoreless between the Laurel Highlands Mustangs and the Chartiers Valley Colts. Let's set the Mustangs batting lineup. Leading off, the second baseman, number 8, Santino Mara. Batting second, playing left field, number 17, Tyler Becker. Batting third, the first baseman, Dino Vecchiola. Nate Zimkoski in the cleanup spot and playing third base. Justin Brostensky playing right field, batting fifth. Batting sixth, the catcher Caleb Scott. Greg Hench for the second straight game, the DH batting seventh. Garrett Myers, the pitcher, batting eighth. And Dylan Bonner back in the batting lineup. Bonner DH'd for yesterday. He's batting ninth today and playing center field. Defensively for Char Valley, they have Garrett Alzen in left, Griffin Beatty in center, Frank Peluso in right, Xander Fasalki playing third, Anthony Mackey playing short, Louis Kearney playing second, and Jason Orzechowski playing first. Ryan Sharp on the mound and Anthony Colora catching. We're set to go here for the bottom half of the first inning. Santino Mara leading things off for the Mustangs. The junior second baseman batting .414 with 5 RBIs. First pitch from Ryan Sharp. A fastball misses high for ball one. Sharp enters this game with a 0-1 record. This is his fourth appearance. Has a 1.75 ERA. Has worked 8 innings, given up 6 hits, 2 runs, both of them earned. Struck out 4 and walked 3. 1-0 here on the way to Mara. Again high for ball 2. Again, we're playing this game with only one umpire so far. Was a bit surprised for a Section 3 5A conference game to get the go-ahead here with just one umpire at the field, but that's the current situation, and Sharp misses again outside. Amaro who jumps ahead 3-0. Here in the bottom half of the first inning, this bottom half of the first being brought to you by the Republic Food Enterprise Center and the Fayette County Community Action Agency. 3-0 now. Sharp to Mara. Another fastball. high for ball 4. So 4 pitches, 4 balls, and Santino Mara, a leadoff base runner here in the bottom half of the first inning for the Laurel Highlands Mustangs. That'll bring up sophomore left fielder Tyler Becker. Becker batting .400 with 5 RBIs so far this season for the Mustangs. Looks like our second up has arrived. He's walking down the hill here behind home plate. We'll have a quick delay while the umpire gets into position. I've seen a little bit of everything. And again, Gary Frankhauser also expected to join us here this afternoon. Now, if Gary was hanging out with the base umpire or what was going on earlier on today, but Gary's going to be here as well later on this afternoon. So the base umpire now getting set. Smile on his face. I think a couple of the Mustang coaches giving him a hard time for arriving late. But we're set to go. With Mara on first, nobody out as we work here in the bottom half of the first inning. This game scoreless, and now the umpire repositioning himself. Sharp looks back, just waiting for the go-ahead. And he'll operate out of the stretch. About a 2-step lead off first for Mara. Becker in the batter's box. A lefty against the righty Sharp, and Sharp again can't find the strike zone. First pitch misses high to Tyler Becker, 1-0. Of course, Mara, plenty of speed, and the Mustangs have shown the tendency to be aggressive on the base paths so far this season. See if that trend continues here in the bottom half of the first inning. Now Sharp's going to check Mara, who slides back safely over at first. Wind actually right now blowing in from left field. And a pretty steady breeze at 10 to 15 miles an hour, and that ball was foul tipped there by Becker. Mara was on the go, and he'll head back to first. Counting out 1-1. And Sharp brought the heat. And a big game for both teams who enter play today, tied for second place in the conference along with the Trinity Hillers, who the Mustangs will see here on Monday. Sharp misses on another pitch outside to Tyler Becker, counted 2-1. Tony Hinola will join me on Monday for the Mustangs and the Trinity Hillers. Of course, the Mustangs losing to Trinity 2-1 a week ago on Monday in Washington County. That game was played over at W&J's field. Once again, Sharp checking Mara, another head-first slide back into first. And Sharp's been very deliberate here in the bottom half of the first inning. Counted 2-1. This time he'll deliver. Again, a fastball outside. That's close to a pitch out there. Had his eyes on Mara, who decided not to go. And now the count at 3-1. We mentioned for Sharp, he's seen plenty of game action, his 4th appearance. A pretty good ERA at 1.75, but struggling a little bit here to find the strike zone in the bottom half of the first inning. Now a 3-1 count here to Tyler Becker. Pitch on the way, misses low and inside for ball 4. So back-to-back walks issued by Ryan Sharp to Santino Mara and Tyler Becker here in the bottom half of the first inning. The Mustangs have 2 on with nobody out, and a little meeting here between the Chartiers Valley catcher Anthony Colora and Ryan Sharp as Colora tries to settle Sharp down a little bit, and Dino Vecchiola will come to the plate here for the Mustangs. And Vecchiola, after his solid plate performance yesterday, has his average now up to .583. Vecchiola actually 3 for 3. Might have mentioned 4 for 4. Actually, only had 3 plate appearances yesterday, but still impressive numbers. Has produced 6 RBIs, and will take the first pitch here again outside and high from Sharp. So a good start for Laurel Highlands. They try to reel together back-to-back wins this week. The Mustangs, with this being the Easter weekend, won't play again until Monday when they face Trinity. A game I'll bring you both here on WMBS and on the South Union Township Sports Network. Now the 1-0 on the way, and Vecchiola, a little nubber sent foul on the left side. Already seeing a little activity here in the Chartiers Valley bullpen. They still don't even have an out recorded here in the bottom half of the first inning. I believe it's number 18 headed down there for Char Valley. That's Anthony Mackey. Another pitch missing there to Vecchiola. I actually had a number change there. It's Noah Hughes. Noah Hughes warming up there for Chartiers Valley. And a 2-1 count here to Dino Vecchiola. Again, 2 on and nobody out here in the bottom half of the first inning. 2-1 pitch on the way, and Dino pops it up. Ball in foul territory will go over the Chartiers Valley dugout and out of play. Ball actually hit the roof of the Char Valley dugout, nonetheless. Count at 2-2. As Vecchiola tries to drive in the game's first run. Vecchiola, another lefty batter here for the Mustangs against the righty Ryan Sharp. Sharp again out of the stretch. 2-2 here to Dino Vecchiola. At 1 hops, and here go the runners. Sliding head first into third safely. Mara Becker down to second as the ball bounced off the padding of Anthony Calora's chest. Off of his catcher's gear. And bounced away on the left side, allowing the runners to advance. Pitch was low, so the count now full at 3-2. Now first base open and 2 in scoring position here for the Mustangs as we operate in the bottom half of the first inning. Now Sharp's payoff pitch here to Vecchiola, and Dino again pops it up. Charging in from left field, Garrett Alzen will make the grab, and the Mustangs have to hold their stations with the shallow fly ball out to left field. So Vecchiola retired. Now 1 out here in the bottom half of the first inning, and Nate Zimkoski coming to the plate. Zimkoski now has his average up to 227 after he went 3 for 4 yesterday with a triple against Albert Gallatin, and now we're going to have a visit here to the mound as the Char Valley head coach Kurt Carnes will come out to talk to Ryan Sharp. And Sharp's been very deliberate here in the bottom half of the first inning. The catcher Anthony Calora also involved in the discussion. Not sure what Coach Carnes is talking to Sharp about. Maybe just some techniques or something he's seeing out there. And again, we saw some activity in the Char Valley bullpen, and the player that was warming up there, Noah Hughes, now has worked his way back into the Char Valley dugout. So the Colts will stick with Sharp for the moment. And again, we still have a scoreless game, just 1 out here in the bottom half of the first inning. Mara on third, Becker on second, and Nate Zimkoski at the plate. Sharp's first pitch here to Zimkoski. Fastball in there for a strike. Counted 0-1 with Justin Brostensky due up next for Laurel Highlands. Mustangs again with Mike Smith coaching first. Head coach Scott DeBerry coaching third. Now the 0-1 here, Sharp to Zimkoski. Fastball, and Nate fouls it off. Ball ends up behind the press box here down the first base line. Now 2 strikes on Nate Zimkoski. And the Mustangs have been shuffling the lineup the last few games. Just looking for a combination that works. And the bats certainly much better yesterday, producing 5 runs against Albert Gallatin than they were last week when they scored only a run apiece in games against Trinity and West Allegheny, as Sharp misses there on the 0-2 to Zimkoski. Count out 1-2. As we mentioned, Sharp is shown here in the bottom half of the first inning. He's in no hurry. It's been a very long bottom half of the first inning so far. There's a big cut from Zimkoski. Did he get a piece of it? Yes, he did. It was foul tipped. So Zimkoski staying alive as the count remains at 1-2. Zimkoski back in the batter's box. Sharp back on the hill. Mara still at third. Becker on second. 1 out in a scoreless game here in the bottom half of the first inning. And another breaking ball that time, missing high to Nate Zimkoski, and that has the count now back to 2-2. Sharp walked Mara and Becker to start the inning, and then Dino Vecchiola flew out to Garrett Alzen out in left field. That's where we're at so far. Now the 2-2 here from Sharp to Zimkoski, and Zimkoski went after that one and got the low pitch and drove it out in left field. Mara scored. Relay coming in with a play at the plate, and out at home plate is Tyler Becker. Becker, a little collision there with Anthony Colora. Nice relay coming in there from Garrett Alzen. So Zimkoski does pick up the RBI, driving in Mara. And Becker out at home. And the Mustangs up 1-0 here in the bottom half of the first inning. And Justin Brostensky will come to the plate. And you go back and look at that RBI single from Zimkoski. That was a low pitch coming in there from Ryan Sharp, and Zimkoski golfed at it. Was able to rip it out there to left field. So the Colts limit the damage, just one run across, and now 2 outs here in the inning. Now the lefty Justin Brostensky at the plate. And once again, Sharp very concerned about the runner at first, who is Nate Zimkoski this time as he checks Nate. Justin trying to get things going at the plate, batting just .167 so far this season. The junior right fielder. Now Sharp's first pitch to Brostensky. First pitch swinging there, gets through on the right side. Zimkoski will hold up at second. Quick relay coming in there from right field. So back-to-back hits for Zimkoski and Brostensky. Now have 2 on, 1 run already across, and 2 outs here in the bottom half of the first inning. In fact, 4 of the 5 Mustangs who have come to the plate have reached base safely. Just Vecchiola flew out. Walks for Mara and Becker. Singles from Zimkoski and Brostensky. And, of course, Becker out at home on the relay in after the RBI single from Zimkoski that scored Mara. Now Caleb Scott coming to the plate, the junior catcher, enters play today, batting .278 with 5 RBIs. Sharp's first pitch to Caleb Scott, and therefore a strike, 0-1. Mustangs wouldn't mind tacking a few more on here in the bottom half of the first inning. We saw how important the insurance runs were yesterday. Laurel Highlands 5-4 win over Albert Gallatin after the Colonials roared back in the late innings. Caleb Scott swinging and sending that pitch into left center field. It'll be the left fielder Garrett Alzen again making the grab for the 3rd out of the inning. So the Mustangs leave 2 stranded but do produce a run. And it's 1-0 Laurel Highlands over Char Valley after 1 here on 590 AM, 101.1 FM, WMBS, the Triple High School Sports Network and the South Union Township Sports Network. It's the Radcliffe Law Firm High School Sports Day. Turn to the experts. Fayette Furnace Company Incorporated, serving the Tri-County area since 1920. The area's oldest and most reliable heating and cooling contractor, specializing in Carrier equipment. Employee owned and operated, choosing Fayette Furnace Company and Carrier not only gives you over 200 years of experience, but gives you the experts to help you solve your home's comfort needs. And call Fayette Furnace Company and Carrier to solve your home comfort needs today. Call 724-438-5400 or look up Fayette Furnace Company on the web at FayetteFurnaceCompany.com. Turn to the experts, almost 100 years of serving the Tri-County area. For more information, call Mike at 724-438-5400. That's 724-438-5400 for Fayette Furnace Company. Back here at Landman Field at Laurel Highlands High School, moving to the top half of the second inning. Laurel Highlands leading Chartiers Valley by a score of 1-0. Garrett Alzen, Ryan Sharp, and Louis Kearney due up for the Chartiers Valley Colts. The Mustangs producing a run in the bottom half of the first inning and an RBI single from Nate Zimkoski, driving in Santino Mara. And Gary Frankhauser is in the house. Nice of you to join us here, Gary.
Sorry, I'm a little bit late, but you know, that legal job that I have just gets in the way all the time.
It does. Of course, you have a school board meeting to go to later on tonight, too, right?
I do. 6 o'clock.
We're staying busy on a great Thursday afternoon for high school baseball. Game time temperature at 80 degrees. Sunny skies. We'd hope this nice weather will continue into the weekend, but it's not going to be the case.
Listening on the way over, nice to see the Mustangs putting the bat on the ball.
Yeah, good starts. Hopefully it continues. Just a 1-0 lead, and Garrett Myers retired the Colts 1-2-3 in the top half of the first and gets a strike there on Garrett Alzen. Sophomore left fielder comes into the game with a .259 average and an RBI. Now the 0-1, another fastball from Myers finds the strike zone again, 0-2. We actually started this game, Gary, with only one umpire. I was joking around that maybe you were hanging out with the base umpire. He arrived about 5 minutes before you did. Now the 0-2 on the way, and that one popped over the press box and foul.
That happens.
I was surprised, though, to see them start a conference game with only one umpire.
A lot of confidence in that guy behind the plate.
For sure, for sure. So the count remaining 0-2. Myers to Alzen. Top half of the second inning, and Myers a fastball there, well high. Count out 1-2, and the Mustangs certainly have plenty of left-handed arms this season, Gary.
No doubt about that, and that is somewhat unusual and probably causes a little issues for the opposing teams.
Now the 1-2 on the way, and that one ripped right past Santino Mara into center field. Dylan Bonner will send the relay in, and a leadoff single to center for Garrett Alzen to get things started here in the top half of the second inning for the Chartiers Valley Colts.
Nice bit of hitting there. Just took that ball on the outside corner and drove it, went with the ball. Line drive, clean signal right between Mara and second base.
Char Valley's been a tough team to figure out this season. We mentioned they lost a conference game to Albert Gallatin, but yesterday defeated Trinity. So you have Laurel Highlands, Trinity, and Char Valley entering play today, all tied for second place in the conference as Ryan Sharp takes the first pitch for ball one against Garrett Myers. Of course, Sharp opposing Myers today. The sophomore enters play today with a .308 average, batting from the number 5 position in the Char Valley batting lineup, and Sharp a swing and a miss there to even up the count at 1-1.
Got to think that Char Valley is going to be in a competitive team. They have athletes in all sports, and that has to work to the baseball team also.
Myers a clean look over at first at Garrett Alzen, now delivers to Sharp, who is showing bunt and sends it foul. We mentioned during the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show that Char Valley has a streak of 9 straight playoff seasons, and not only 9 straight playoff seasons, they've won a playoff game in each of those 9 years.
And that just goes to what we were talking about. Their athletes, their coaching staff, their programs in general athletically are usually very good.
And you have to think with the strength of this conference that no matter where the teams out of this conference get seeded, they might be, all 4 of them, whoever gets in, might be favored in their first-round playoff games. There's Myers, swing and a miss, and upset about that one's Ryan Sharp, throws down the bat.
He's going to get a warning.
He is.
Well, upset with himself, so it's kind of like sour grapes, but he swung at it, so he's really just mad at himself. Didn't have anything to say to the umpire. Wasn't a called strike 3, so it's just a sportsmanship type warning.
And Sharp on the other side, Gary, in the bottom half of the first inning, was working very deliberate on the mound and seemed very concerned with the base runners. And obviously we have not seen Char Valley this year to know if that's something regular that, Sharp tends to do when he's on the mound, but
I heard you talking about the visits to the mound, and with someone already warming up, you have to think that there was some concern for some reason, and they're just going to keep a good eye on him as we go through the afternoon. And while we have an opportunity, probably should take a chance here, or an opportunity to say hi to Barry Rosner.
For sure.
Going through a tough time, and we want to wish Barry the best in everything, and a speedy recovery for him.
We certainly miss Barry up here in the press box. Now the home plate umpire down here, Gary. Did we have an ejection possibly?
I think that's Mr. Edenfield behind the plate.
He went over to the Char Valley dugout, now back to the Laurel Highlands dugout with a lineup card. Do you think they might have tossed Sharp?
Probably just indicating that it was a warning.
Okay. They've certainly had a little bit of everything here so far. Mustangs now trying to stay loose defensively. They have just one out as we work here in the top half of the second inning. By the way, this top of the second being brought to you by General Dentist Dr. Edward Wietek. And Louis Kearney will be coming to the plate. Our base umpire, by the way, today is Jerry Simon. And now a little more activity again in the Char Valley bullpen. And we'll try to find out in between innings what was said down there and if we did possibly have an ejection down there on the Char Valley side. Finally set to go again. Kearney at the plate, swings to the first pitch and goes opposite field left, a fair ball in front of Tyler Becker. And Becker, another quick relay in, keeping Garrett Alzen at second base. And now 2 on with 1 out here in the top half of the second inning for Char Valley.
First pitch hitting that time, and again, a sharply hit ball down the left field line this time. Another nice play out there in left field by Becker, though, getting it in quickly to keep those runners on first and second as opposed to second and third.
You saw that strong arm on display yesterday in one situation. An Albert Gallatin player was trying to turn a single into a double, and it was Becker's quick relay from left field that had the runner out at second base for the Albert Gallatin Colonials. Now Anthony Colora, the Char Valley catcher, at the plate. No swing and miss at the first pitch there from Myers. Counted 0-1.
Good high fastball that time by Myers. Better high, tied him up.
Anthony Mackey now loosening up in the Char Valley bullpen. 0-1 pitch, just missing there is Myers. Count now even at 1-1. Mackey got the start playing shortstop today for the Colts.
Mustang infield at double play depth, back at first.
Mackey actually due up later on this inning, batting the number 9 position. Another strike there from Myers. Count now at 1-2. You have Colora up now, batting from the number 7 position in the batting lineup. Mackey got a couple more throws in there. Now he's going to probably head back to the dugout just in case he has to bat. There's a swing and a miss, strike 3. Down goes Anthony Colora. Second strikeout of the inning, third strikeout of the game for Garrett Myers, and now 2 away.
Nice breaking ball that time by Garrett. Brought it down by the knees and started out over the middle of the plate, broke in on the hands and dropped as well off the table. No chance for the connection that time.
Now Aiden Krieg is going to go down and talk to his manager, Kurt Carnes. Getting some instruction now with 2 outs. Runners on first and second. Uval's in at second. Kearney at first. And Aiden Krieg at the plate. Krieg, the junior designated hitter, entered play today with a 182 average and 2 RBIs. Facing the lefty Garrett Myers. Laurel Highlands on top, 1-0. Brian Morozak alongside Gary Frankhauser, Jerry Dupay on the South Union Township Sports Network. Nick Barczyk back at our Uniontown Hospital studios on the radio side. Now Myers set to go again from the stretch. First pitch here to Krieg. Fastball just missing for ball 1. Look at the Mustangs over the last week and a half, Gary. Plenty of close games. In fact, the last 3 Laurel Highlands games all decided by 1 run.
And Coach DeBerry talked about that in his interview after the game yesterday, indicating that he felt like that was something that could be taken as a positive, meaning that every pitch, every game, every inning needs to be taken with a lot of intensity.
Count out 1-1. First can take a win any way you can get, and that one fouled off there by Krieg. And now Krieg with 2 strikes on him. As the Char Valley Colts look for a little 2-out magic here in the top half of the second inning. Next pitch on the way. Actually, the count must have been a 2-1 there, Gary.
I believe that's right.
Yeah, now it's 2-2. So now a 2-2 count. Myers to Krieg. Now Myers trying to finish off the Char Valley designated hitter. Runners on the move. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. So 3 strikeouts in the inning for Garrett Myers. And Laurel Highlands will take a 1-0 lead to the bottom half of the second inning here on the Radcliffe Law Firm High School Sports Day on WMBS, the Triple Live High School Sports Network, and the South Union Township Sports Network. Back here at Landman Field at Laurel Highlands High School, the Laurel Highlands Mustangs leading the Chartiers Valley Colts by a score of 1-0. We did confirm Ryan Sharp was ejected from the game for unsportsmanlike conduct during the last half inning. So Chartiers Valley with a new pitcher, and Anthony Mackey. This is only Mackey's third appearance of the season. Comes in without factoring in any decisions so far this year and has an ERA of 21. So Mackey's got lit up a little bit so far this year. In fact, he's worked only an inning and a third, given up 8 hits, 6 runs, 4 of them earned. Has not struck anybody out or walked a batter. And also with the change, Noah Hughes now into the game playing shortstop. Mackey was playing shortstop earlier. So very interesting there, Gary, to have an ejection this early on in a high school baseball game, and to beat a Char Valley's pitcher as well. There's first pitch swinging there for the Mustangs, and a diving catch out in left field from Garrett Alzen. Wow. Robbing the Mustangs' Greg Hench of a possible leadoff hit here in the bottom half of the second inning.
Could have been extra bases, too, had he not made that catch, as it certainly would have gotten by him and probably went to the fence. So kudos to the left fielder. Nice play out there in left by Alzen.
And Alzen's has recorded 3 outs already in this game in left field. Retired Vecchiola on a fly ball along with Caleb Scott to end the first. And now robbing Hench of a possible extra base hit here to start the bottom half of the second inning. Garrett Myers, the pitcher, now at the plate. Check swing there. He went around. Counted 0-1. So now you have the freshman Mackey on the hill, and an interesting spot for him, Gary. Again, we mentioned he came in. He's worked only an inning and a third so far this season. You have to wonder, might this be really a bullpen game for the Char Valley Colts the rest of the afternoon?
I would imagine that's the case, and it's probably a situation where they've used a lot of their pitchers this week, so they really don't have much to go to. And that could have been the reason that Sharp started the game with possibility of a problem. That became moot with his ejection, so now they have to go with the staff.
1-1 count here to Garrett Myers. Mackey misses there, and they count at 2-1. Again, with the defensive change on the Char Valley side, you have now Xander Fasalki playing third, Hughes playing short, Louis Kearney playing second, and Jason Orzakowski playing first. There's Garrett Myers, line drive just foul down the third baseline. Good cut, though, that time for Myers. And they count at 2-2.
That's Mackey on shortstop now?
Now you have Mackey pitching. They had a number change as well. If you look at your roster,
that's what I'm looking at.
Mackey is actually number 18.
I got you.
And Hughes is number 10.
Okay.
They made that switch. If you look at the Char Valley lineup that you have in front of you there, too.
Yep.
Made a little change there, and there's a little one-hopper missing low and outside. They're certainly keeping us on our toes early on here at Landman Field. If you're just joining us, Laurel Highlands a 1-0 lead. We have 1 out here in the bottom half of the second inning. Now the payoff pitch here to Garrett Myers. Swing and a miss, strike 3.
Had to make the tag. That ball did hit the dirt, and I don't think Garrett knew that, but tag out.
So a nice start for Mackey on the mound. Now Dylan Bonner at the plate. Bonner not in the Mustangs batting lineup yesterday. He was hit for, even though he got the start out in center field. Now batting ninth for the Mustangs here today. Remember, Bonner started the season as the Mustangs leadoff hitter, batting .217 with 4 RBIs. Coming to the plate here with 2 outs and nobody on. The Mustangs up 1-0 here in the bottom of the second inning. Mackey's first pitch to Bonner. Bonner first pitch swinging. A hard chopper there to short. Hughes throw over to first in time to Orzakowski, barely getting Bonner on a bang-bang play. So 1-2-3, bottom half of the second inning. It's 1-0 Laurel Highlands over Char Valley after 2 here on the Ratcliffe Law Firm High School Sports Day on WMBS, the Triple Live High School Sports Network, and the South Union Township Sports Network. Anthony Mackey, Griffin Beatty, and Frank Peluso due up for the Chartiers Valley Colts here in the top half of the third inning. Laurel Highlands leading Chartiers Valley by a score of 1-0. Garrett Myers on the hill for Laurel Highlands has thrown 30 pitches so far in the game, and pitch number 31 in there for a strike, 0-1 to Anthony Mackey. So Mackey, who started the game playing shortstop, now pitching in relief for the Chartiers Valley Colts, only a freshman. Came in just 2 of 20 at the plate so far this season, since a ground ball here that's fumbled by Michael Brostensky. And on first, Anthony Mackey. We have to rule that one E6, Gary.
I think so, but it was a very difficult play. It came off the grass part of the infield and just stayed on the ground, did not come up, and kind of scooted. Really an awkward play there for Brostensky, but you still have to rule that an error.
This top half of the third being brought to you by Ted Silva and Sun Auto Repair on the Atlas Road in Hopwood. And now Griffin Beatty, who grounded out 6-3 back in the first inning, will come to the plate. As the Char Valley Colts trying to get something going. They stranded runners on second and third to end the top half of the second inning. We're retired 1-2-3 in the top half of the first inning as Beatty takes the first pitch low for ball one there from Garrett Myers. Now Myers will check it first. Back safely.
Hearing a little complaint from the coaching staff that he went towards home with the throw to first. Coaching staff's going to talk about it with the home plate umpire.
Now another check here, Gary. That's Noah Hughes. Now on first. Now what do we have going on here?
He must have replaced.
But Mackey was already listed in the lineup, right? The card that you have?
Yeah.
And Mackey hasn't batted yet in the game. Unless there was a change after they gave us the lineup.
Well, I heard the coach calling him Mack, so I think number 10 is Anthony Mackey.
So that means that Mackey's playing short, Noah Hughes is pitching then.
That's what I'm thinking.
Okay. Because they told us before the game, and you look at the roster as well, that there was a number change there. So we'll have to get some clarification as well. Nonetheless, a runner on first and Griffin Beatty at the plate. And Beatty takes the pitch there from Myers outside for ball one. I'll try to talk to the Chartiers Valley first base coach maybe after this half inning and get some clarification there. And that pitch misses low. Now 2-0 to Griffin Beatty.
This is definitely Griffin Beatty.
Oh, we know that. And a leadoff spot. Again, we can only go by the information the coaches give us. And, of course, we haven't seen Char Valley yet this year either until today. And there's a walk issued to Beatty. And now 2 on with nobody out here for the Chartiers Valley Colts.
Something working here for the Colts. And Mustangs need a double play ball right now.
And Laurel Highlands up 1-0. Frankie Peluso now at the plate. Struck out swinging back in the first inning. And Myers has recorded 4 strikeouts already in the game. Wouldn't mind another one here. Peluso again came into the game with a .300 average and 2 RBIs. Now showing bunt. And he'll pop it up, but send it foul over the fence on the left side. Counted 0-1. I mentioned earlier, Gary, that Char Valley enters this game with a 3-7 overall record, but a lot of those non-conference losses against some very stiff competition in 5 and 6A.
Yeah, that's for sure. And they showed their mettle yesterday with beating Trinity, so.
Showing bunt again and laying it down right back to the pitcher here, Peluso. And actually it was Vecchiola that was able to snare that one, charging in from first, made the throw over to Mara, covering the bag. So the sacrifice successful there from Peluso, advancing Mackey or Hughes, whoever that is, down there at third, and Griffin Beatty down to second. And now Jason Orzakowski coming to the plate.
Number 3 batter in the lineup. Good spot for an RBI man right here with 2 men in scoring position, just 1 out.
He grounded out 6-3 to end the first, but entered the game with a .300 average and 6 RBIs so far this season. Takes the first pitch here for ball one, and boy, Myers would love a strikeout here. certainly improve the Mustangs' chances of getting out of this inning without any damage being done. Next pitch to Orzechowski, just chipped foul there by Jason.
Hey, controllers out.
Myers now back on the hill again. Myers a long looking this time to Caleb Scott. Next pitch on the way, and this ball getting through on the left side. And they're going to hold Beatty at third. And you had the initial run, again, either Mackey or Hughes scoring on the play to tie things up at 1.
RBI single there from Jason Orzechowski, and respecting the arm out there in left field. Coaching staff holding the runner at third, and you really don't want to run yourself into another out with just one out here in the inning.
Now Garrett Alston at the plate. Alston singled to center field to start the second inning. Game now tied at 1. Runners on the corners here for Chartiers Valley. Myers' first pitch on the way, and a big swing and a miss for strike 1. There from Garrett Alston. And Myers set to go again. A 1 on the way. Another big cut. But Alston comes up empty.
A little more velocity on that fastball by Myers, outside part of the plate.
Myers can bring the heat for sure. Now the 0-2 on the way. And this ball hit on the ground to second. Mara flip over to Brstensky for one throw over to first. And the call is out at first. So the 4-6-3 double play turn, and the Char Valley coaching staff is furious, but the Mustangs get out of the inning, yielding only 1 run. So into the bottom half of the third, 1-1 Mustangs and the Colts. Here on the Radcliffe Law Firm High School Sports Day on WMBS and on the Triple Live High School Sports Network.
At what point did everything change? When did service get taken out of service industries? It's too bad, because people are busy these days. At life, at work, at play. When it comes to your hard-earned money, you want service. Real service. From a person you know and a face you trust. At a bank where changing with the times doesn't mean leaving people behind. We're proud to be a part of your community. We're United Bank. At your service.
The key to success in life is teamwork. On and off the field, in the workplace, in the home, in our schools. Teamwork gets it done. The world of competitive sports offers many good things, the most important of which is teamwork. Individual talent may win a few games, but teamwork wins championships. Go team! Go Laurel Highlands Mustangs! This positive message has been brought to you and paid for by Jason Scott.
Ryan Morozek, Gary Frankhauser, and Jerry Dupay back here at Laurel Highlands High School, Landman Field. The Laurel Highlands Mustangs and the Chartiers Valley Colts tied at 1 as we move to the bottom half of the third inning. For you fans of the Sports Voice with Dave Dunaway on the radio side, it comes your way right after this game is done. Again, we play 7 innings of high school baseball. The Mustangs will have Santino Mara, Tyler Becker, and Dino Vecchiola. 2 up here in the bottom half of the third inning. Gary's down in the Chartiers Valley dugout right now trying to get some clarification on their defense. Again, our main question was whether Anthony Mackey or Noah Hughes is on the mound and who's playing shortstop for the Chartiers Valley Colts, who already had 1 ejection in the game. That was the starting pitcher for Chartiers Valley. Ryan Sharp was tossed after he struck out for the Colts, and that was back in the top half of the second inning. That pitch missing high. And they count even 1-1 now to Santino Mara. Mara walked and scored the Mustangs lone run of the game back in the bottom half of the first inning. Now the 1-1 pitch here. Mara fouls it off on the near side, and the count at 1-2. And Gary's making his way back into the press box, and he'll provide some clarification on the Colts side. And again, we're just going by the lineup and the numbers that we were given before the start of the game. So we apologize, especially for any folks either watching the broadcast on YouTube or maybe on the Triple Live High School Sports Network for any misidentification earlier on. Last pitch missed low. Count now 2-2 to Santino Mara, leadoff hitter for the Laurel Highlands Mustangs here in the bottom half of the third inning. And the Colts and the Mustangs tied at 1. Now the 2-2 pitch here to Santino Mara. And Mara pops it up here on the near side in foul territory. Ball out of play, and the count remains 2-2. And Gary's back with the answers.
Noah Hughes is number 18. He is on the mound, and number 10 is Anthony Mackey.
So they just mislisted, I guess, in their starting lineup then.
Yep.
Okay. So Noah Hughes on the mound, and Mackey's playing shorts. Another 2-2 pitch on the way here, again sent foul by Santino Mara. And try to get you some numbers for Noah Hughes so far this season as well. Again, Hughes came on in relief to start the bottom half of the second inning for the Chartiers Valley Colts. And Hughes' numbers much better than Mackey's pitching so far this season. A 1.21 ERA as Mara again sends it foul on the left side. 1-2 record. This already his 7th appearance of the season. So he's been busy so far this year for the Colts. Worked 17 in the third innings, given up 14 hits, 11 runs, but only 3 of them earned. Struck out 7 and walked 7. So certainly has gotten a lot more work than Mackey's gotten so far this season.
That changes the story immensely.
For sure, for sure. That's why we wanted to have the correct information as well. And there's Mara with a little nubber there that's going to be caught again out in left field. Garrett Alls, and he's having a heck of a game defensively, Gary.
Went a long way to catch that one, and it kind of hung up. He hit the ball into left center field, and as you said, Alzen came a long way and has made some stellar defensive plays here to keep Mustangs off the bases.
He's now recorded 4 outs already in this game. 2 in the first, 1 in the second, now 1 here in the third. And Tyler Becker, who walked back in the first inning, now at the plate, facing Noah Hughes. Hughes' first pitch, and therefore a strike 0-1. Remember, Becker was called out at home. Actually tried to collide with Anthony Calora off a relay that came in from Garrett Alzen out in left field. And after Mara scored, Becker retired at home. So the Mustangs were only able to get 1 run across in that bottom half of the first inning.
That double play to end the inning for the Mustangs in the top of the inning really looms large now.
Yeah, it's huge. The 4-6-3 double play. The Char Valley coaching staff wasn't happy about it, but we talked to Jerry Dupé here on the South Union Township Sports Network, had a great view of it and said he was definitely out. And that one popped up there by Becker on the left side. It's the shortstop Mackey making the grab for the second out of the inning. So 2 fly ball outs here in the bottom half of the third from Mara and Becker. And I'll bring up Dino Vecchiola. Mentioned Vecchiola 3 for 3 yesterday. Flew out to Alzen, though, back in the first inning today. That average, Gary, coming into play today now at .583. With 6 RBIs for Dino.
Certainly been potent at the plate. No doubt about that.
Comes to the plate here with the bases empty and 2 outs in the bottom half of the third inning. First pitch from Noah Hughes is in there for a strike, and the count at 0-1 to Dino Vecchiola. This bottom half of the third inning brought to you by NovaCare Rehabilitation on Delaware Avenue in Uniontown.
And based on our replays, Brian, I think we're going to charge the Chartiers Valley coach with an unsuccessful coach's challenge.
Yes. That one popped foul. You can also charge them with an incorrect lineup as well.
Yeah.
And their fair share of issues. We have the printout. What they gave us was incorrect. It was on nice paper, hard paper, all drawn up nicely. There's Vecchiola, chopped here to first. That one gets over the glove of Jason Orzakowski, right down the right field line. And here's Vecchiola sliding into second.
Give him a double. That was a wicked hop.
Yeah, well-hit ball.
Edge of the grass here, right in front of us at first base, carrying over the first baseman's glove, Jason Orzakowski. He had no chance at that one. And once he got down the line, the speedy Vecchiola into second with the double.
And Vecchiola's hot hitting continues, producing here with 2 outs in a 1-1 game. And now Nate Zimkoski, who had the RBI single to left field back in the first inning, comes to the plate. Love another RBI here for the Stangs. With Noah Hughes on in relief of Ryan Sharp, who was ejected from the game back in the second inning. Now taking his time from the stretch is Hughes. I don't think you'll see Vecchiola get too aggressive on the base paths. The first pitch misses inside for ball 1 to Nate Zimkoski.
Like to see him get that secondary lead, which he did on that first pitch after the ball's delivered. Get that secondary lead so any ball into the outfield would have a better chance of scoring.
I'm not really holding him on at this juncture either.
The outfield playing very shallow.
1-0 pitch now on the way. Another fastball missing inside there to Zimkoski. Count out 2-0 again, first base open. Mustangs with Justin Brstensky due up next. Zimkoski and Brstensky produced back-to-back hits for the Mustangs back in the bottom of the first inning.
Like to see Zimkoski put a charge in one, get it over that center fielder's head.
Should get a good pitch here. The 2-0, though, misses outside again. Now the count of 3-0.
Being very careful with Zimkoski.
And again, Zimkoski, his resume over the course of his career, not only here in high school baseball, but Legion play as well, much better than the current average of 227 coming into this game. Takes a strike here, the 3-0, probably taking all the way. Got now 3-1. And if you're just joining us, it's a 1-1 game, Laurel Highlands and Char Valley. Bottom half of the third. And this pitch from Zimkoski hit high in the air, but going foul on the left side. Bouncing around between a couple of nice vehicles out there.
Yeah, underneath a Mercedes.
Next up, pretty big truck, too. Count 3-2. Hughes to Zimkoski. Hughes set from the stretch. Vecchiola on second, and the pitch is in there for strike 3.
Wow.
On a close pitch, Zimkoski goes down looking at strike 3. So the Mustangs leave Vecchiola stranded. We'll head to the top half of the fourth, tied at 1. Char Valley and Laurel Highlands here on the Radcliffe Law Firm High School Sports Day.
Centers for Rehab Services, CRS, a part of UPMC and the Center for Sports Medicine, is a proud sponsor of the South Union Township Sports Network and its coverage of area youth sports. Make Centers for Rehab Services your choice for all of your physical and occupational therapy needs. CRS, located at 160 Wayland Smith Drive, provides physical therapy, occupational therapy, work injury programs, and hand therapy. Valuing patient satisfaction is one of their highest priorities. Centers for Rehab Services offers a patient-centered environment where each patient has an individualized treatment plan developed for their specific needs. They are experts in helping you recover from injuries, increase strength, and build endurance. CRS professionals have become highly skilled through a strong commitment to continuing education and advanced certifications to ensure the most cutting-edge and cost-effective treatment for their patients. Jim Burns, a lifetime Uniontown area resident, is a licensed physical therapist and facility director of the Uniontown location, as well as a field faculty instructor for Duquesne University and for the University of Pittsburgh School of Physical Therapy. He invites you to stop by his state-of-the-art location and discuss your rehabilitation needs. Center for Rehab Services is participating with most insurance plans, including all Highmark products, UPMC Health Plan, and Medicare. Available 5 days a week and offering extended hours for patient convenience. Patients are seen within 24 to 48 hours and walk-ins are always welcome. Patients may also be seen through direct access, which does not require a physician's prescription. CRS worked with physicians and other healthcare providers to help you find relief, live your life again, and get you back into the game. For more information, call CRS at 724-437-7500. Where you treat for physical therapy is always your choice, so ask for Centers for Rehab Services. It's your health, it's your choice.
Good luck to the Mustangs from the South Union Township Supervisors, Rick Vernon, Jason Scott, and Robert Schiffbar.
Back here at Landman Field at Laurel Highlands High School. Heading to the top half of the fourth inning. Laurel Highlands and Char Valley tied at 1. And this is the spot in the order, Gary, that was previously occupied by Ryan Sharp. We're trying to get some confirmation. It's
probably a DH for Hughes, and I think the number that I'm seeing down there.
We had Krieg as the initial DH, and this ball popped up here on the right side in foul territory. Go over the fence and out of play, and even up the count at 1-1.
Number 18, who is Hughes.
Is Hughes. So that means Mackey batted to end the. So Mackey was in the number 9 position then?
Allison hit into the double play.
Well, I know that. Allison hit into the double play. I'm going back looking at the number 9 position in the batting order.
Yeah, that was Mackey.
That was Mackey then.
He scored the run.
Okay. There's a pitch taken for a strike. Count now at 1-2. Now the 1-2 from Myers. It's a line drive, and that one gloved down by Brstensky, but no play there, and you have to award the hit there to Noah Hughes.
Diving play there by Brstensky. Got the glove on it, but just could not right himself to make a throw, and really an excellent job just to dive and make that stop. But another leadoff runner now for Chartiers.
It's an infield single for Noah Hughes. And now Louis Kearney coming to the plate. Kearney had a single to left field back in the second inning.
Courtesy runner Zach Karen on at first.
And Myers will have a clean look at Karen over at first. Delivers the first pitch to Kearney, which is pop foul on the left side. Counted 0-1. And Char Valley produced their run on a Jason Orzechowski RBI single to left field that drove in Anthony Mackey. And that pitch there low to Kearney. Good block there from Caleb Scott.
Might see some action here with 1-1 count. No signal, though.
You'd expect Karen has some pretty good speed since they have him in there as a courtesy runner. Now the 1-1 pitch here, Myers to Kearney, and therefore a strike, and the count at 1-2. And Myers has recorded 4 strikeouts already in this game. And gets Kearney to swing and miss there, but the ball gets away from Caleb Scott, tries to make the throw over to first.
Wow.
But does not release it. So it goes in the books as a strikeout, but reaching first as the ball was not caught there by Scott.
With the batter's out with a first base occupied.
Correct, you're right. It still advances the runner down to second. Now runner on second for Char Valley, 1 out here in the inning. Now 5 strikeouts for Myers. And Anthony Calora at the plate. Had a little bit of a rough time up here today, Gary. A lot going on. First pitch, Myers to Calora low. Another nice block there from Caleb Scott.
Making you earn that huge check.
Yeah, you're right on that. In the game tied at 1, Chartiers Valley and Laurel Highlands.
Runner going
here, you're right. Another low pitch, throw down to third, not in time. Stolen base.
Big jump.
For Noah Hughes.
He just took off, and Myers still was in the process of his motion to the home plate, so he was 3/4 of the way to third by the time that got to Scott.
A risky play, though, paying dividends for the Chartiers Valley Colts. Is that for the go-ahead run? Infield now coming in here for the Mustangs. Myers' next pitch to Kearney. Misses low again. 3-0 count.
Mustang infield in on the grass, trying to cut off the run at home, but makes it a lot easier to hit the ball through the infield.
Myers 3-0 here, in for a strike. Myers entered the inning with 47 pitches thrown through 3. Count now 3-1. Another strike there from Myers. Now worked it full to 3-2. Check that. Kearney struck out. It's Calora at the plate, who also struck out back in the second inning. Now a 3-2 pitch to Anthony Calora. Off the plate for ball 4.
Kumar had been warming down the line, Brian. We couldn't really see it, but I saw him come out of the bullpen.
I have a pitching change here for the Mustangs. Scott DeBerry coming out of the Laurel Highlands dugout. Going to talk to both Caleb Scott and Garrett Myers.
Another courtesy runner, number 4. That is
Nico
Marinacci.
Yep.
The Mustangs probably will go back into double play depth at short and second, come up on first and third.
With one out here in the inning.
I had Myers unofficially at 17 more pitches this inning. They are going to leave him in.
That would put him unofficially now at 64 for the game. He's working with one out in the top half of the 4th inning. That's Char Valley certainly threatening again. With runners on first and third and 1 out. Aiden Krieg now at the plate. Krieg struck out swinging to end the 2nd inning. This game has had a slow pace to it this afternoon. Started about 13 minutes late due to the fact that one of the umpires was not here. They finally gave it the go-ahead with one umpire. Second umpire arrived about 10 minutes later, and here's the first pitch to Krieg. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
Everything's strange. I was late. Got to leave early.
An ejection. They had a wrong lineup submitted to us by Char Valley. Another swing and a miss there from Krieg. Count out 0-2. Incorrect numbers. And go on and on. Myers looking for strikeout number 6 of the afternoon here. Hit 0-2 against Aiden Krieg. A little bit of a pitch out that time.
Try to get him to chase something way outside the zone. Not successful, so have to be a little closer with that strategy.
A bad little throwaway here. See what he comes back with here with a 1-2. Throw over to first. Back safely again, the courtesy runner, Marinacci.
Might see the runner going here. Try to eliminate the force out at second.
1-2 on the way. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Runner going, and Scott's not going to risk a throw. So Myers coming through with another strikeout. It's now 6 today for Garrett Myers, and we have 2 outs here in the top half of the 4th inning.
That was a big strikeout. Get that second out.
And now Anthony Mackey at the plate. Mackey got on via Michael Brostensky error to start the 3rd inning.
Good, strong secondary, hustle back.
Runners now on 2nd and 3rd.
Good.
First pitch, Mackey takes it for ball 1. This will be huge for Laurel Highlands to get out of this inning, especially the way it started, Gary, without giving up a run.
Mustangs have not been able to be successful playing from behind.
Good, good.
Another pitch is missing there from Myers. Again, first base open, but you don't want to put Mackey on with the top of the order due up behind him. And Griffin Beatty is Char Valley already finishing the second trip through their batting lineup. As Myers' pitch count continues to increase. 2-0 pitch here, again outside. Now 3-0 to the freshman Anthony Mackey. I have to think Anthony probably taken all the way here.
25 pitches in the inning.
Now up to 72 for the game. Pitch number 73 here finds the strike zone. Count now 3-1.
Still got 11. Favorite one ever.
The way things are going now, Myers' time might be limited on the mound the rest of the afternoon, and there's ball 4 to load up the bases. Second walk of the inning issued by Myers. Third walk of the game given up by the Mustang left-handed pitcher. We're going to have a pitching change. That's it for Garrett Myers. Tied at 1, but Char Valley with 2 outs here on the top of the 4th with the bases loaded. We're back in a moment here on the Radcliffe Law Firm High School Sports Day on WMBS, the Triple I High School Sports Network, and the South Union Township Sports Network. Back here at Mustang Field, actually at Landman Field at Laurel Highlands High School. Laurel Highlands and Char Valley tied at 1. Nick Kumar on in relief for the Laurel Highlands Mustangs. Enters this game with an 0-1 record. The loss came a week ago Monday against Trinity. This is his 4th appearance. Has worked 8 1/3, given up 6 hits, 2 runs. Both of them earned, struck out 12 and walked 5.
Second day in a row, he comes in a very tight situation. Game tied, bases loaded, 2 outs.
Got the Mustangs out of the 6th inning yesterday in relief of Dino Vecchiola. Struck out Willie Palmer to end the 6th. As the Mustangs were able to hang on, and the first pitch here skips in to the leadoff hitter for Chartiers Valley, Griffin Beatty. Third plate appearance of the game already for Beatty, who grounded out 6-3 back in the 1st inning and walked in the 3rd inning. Kumar now wind and fire the 1-0 in tight.
Hey, a little too much, Nico.
Count now at 2-0. Can't afford a walk here, Gary.
Absolutely. You don't want to gift any kind of runs to Chartiers Valley with Noah Hughes coming on in relief, showing he's a very effective pitcher.
Now the 2-0 on the way from Kumar to Beatty finds the strike zone. Count at 2-1. Again, we mentioned how important this game is. Both Chartiers Valley and Laurel Highlands enter play today in a tie for 2nd place in the conference, along with the Trinity Hillers. Kumar now wind and fire the 2-1, and this one popped up by Beatty. They'll go over the fence and out of play.
Good pitch there by Kumar. Did not shy away. Got that pitch on the outside part of the plate. Tough one to handle there for Beatty. Evens the count at 2-2.
Again, we mentioned Kumar finished the Colonials off with a strikeout in the 6th yesterday. Can he do it again? Gets another foul ball there from Griffin Beatty. This one into the fence, so the count remains 2-2.
Good pitch, curveball, and give Beatty credit. He hung in there, was a little bit out in front, but was able to put enough on it to foul it off.
Here we go again, 2-2. From Kumar to Beatty. In a 1-1 game.
Good.
That one high and in tight.
Boy, that's going to allow the runners to wind it up.
Get a good start here. You'll have plenty of time, so be patient.
The big pitch here for
Easy, Zach.
Nick Kumar to Griffin Beatty. And Beatty swings and pops this one up again. Foul on the left side. Scoreboard says 2-2, Gary. I thought it was full of 3-2.
I'm sure it is. runners are going, so you got to believe that.
Here we go again. Payoff pitch. Runners in motion. And the pitch is outside for ball 4. So Nick Kumar comes on in relief and walks in a run.
Gives the lead to Chartiers Valley.
A 2-1 RBI walk for Griffin Beatty, scoring Noah Hughes. And Char Valley takes a 2-1 lead.
And not a score that the Mustangs have found favor with so far this season, 2-1.
2 2-1 losses last week. Bases still loaded. 2 outs, and Frankie Peluso, the 7th Colt to bat. Here in this top half of the 4th inning. Takes the first pitch high for ball 1. And stay tuned after our game today on the radio side. The Sports Voice with Dave Dunaway on the way next.
Somebody can hit out of here. That's it.
Mustangs trying to get out of this top half of the 4th inning without any additional damage being done. 1-0 on the way. Finds the strike zone. Peluso kind of backed away from that one a little bit.
He's crowding the plate, no doubt, trying to force Nick Kumar to find the strike zone.
Peluso bats from the left side. A 1-1, and Peluso a little nubber here in foul territory, but gloved down by Nate Simkoski, the Mustangs' third baseman, to end the inning. Big grab there. Yep, huge out. You're right, Gary, with the bases juice. So the Colts leave 3 stranded. They do get a run as we head to the bottom of the 4th. It's 2-1 Char Valley over Laurel Highlands here on the Radcliffe Law Firm High School Sports Day on WMBS, the South Union Township Sports Network, and the Triple Live High School Sports Network.
Colon cancer is the second leading cause of cancer deaths. Signs include abdominal pain and rectal bleeding. Colon cancer develops from a degenerating benign growth or polyp. Doctors performing colonoscopy are able to remove precancerous polyps, thus preventing colon cancer. This saves lives, and the American Cancer Society now recommends that everyone have a colonoscopy every 10 years, beginning at age 50. Offer the latest diagnostic testing. SWGI, specialists in digestive health.
Davis and Davis, attorneys at law.
Important for people to know that we represent injured people to the best of our ability, and we've been successful doing that. And I don't say that to have people come to see us because we have been successful. I say that because it's true, and it's important.
Another important aspect is the experience that we have is local experience in the court system in Uniontown, in Washington, in Waynesburg.
Davis and Davis, attorneys at law.
Brian Morozak and Gary Frankhauser back here at Landman Field at Laurel Highlands High School. The Chartiers Valley Colts now in the lead, 2-1 over Laurel Highlands. The Mustangs with Justin Brostensky, Caleb Scott, and Greg Hench due up here in the bottom half of the 4th. The way this game started, Gary, in the bottom half of the 1st inning for Laurel Highlands, you thought they might have a boatload of runs this afternoon. In fact, 4 of their first 5 players at the plate reached base safely, but the Mustangs produced only 1 run in that bottom half of the 1st inning, and that's been it in the scoring department for the Mustangs so far this afternoon, as Justin Brostensky takes the first pitch for ball 1 from Noah Hughes.
Wind's blowing in from left field, so it would be a huge hit to get one out of here today, but you would like to see that. First one for the season for the Mustangs.
Now the 1-0 here to Brostensky. Hits it hard on the ground here on the right side. The ball juggled, and then Louis Kearney late on the throw. I think you have to give that an E4 there, Gary.
Yes, sir. That one, again, took a little bit of an in-between hop. After it comes off the grass and hits the dirt infield, takes an alternative bounce. And the Mustang infielders have been very good at handling those.
It certainly helps being your home field. Mustangs play on a more regular basis than Char Valley. Again, this is only the 3rd meeting between these two programs going all the way back to 2002. And now showing bunt and laying it down there is Caleb Scott. Goes right back to the pitcher Hughes, who throws and gets it over to Jason Orzakowski at first. Retires Scott, but Scott does his job. Sacrifice moves Justin Brostensky down to second. That'll bring up Greg Hench, who was robbed of an extra base hit by Garrett Alzen first time up back in the second inning. Hench with some big hits yesterday down in Smithfield against Albert Gallatin.
A lot of line down in left field. If he could pull one down that line, he could run for a good while.
First pitch to Hench, and therefore a strike 0-1. This bottom half of the fourth inning being brought to you by Russ Bleho, your local Allstate insurance agent. You're in good hands with Russ Bleho and Allstate. Now the 0-1, Hughes to Hench.
Big hole at shortstop also, them trying to hold on.
0-1, Hench check swing, pitching there for a strike. Count of 0-2. Looked a little low to me.
That's a called strike, not a swinging strike either.
Correct. Mustangs down a run at 2-1 if you're just joining us. Now the 0-2 from Hughes to Hench, swing and a miss, strike 3. It's a big sequence of pitches there for Noah Hughes, recording his third strikeout of the afternoon, sending down Greg Hench for the second out of this bottom half of the fourth inning.
Pretty impressive control for Noah Hughes.
That'll bring up the pitcher's spot, previously occupied by Garrett Myers, but now it's Nick Kumar coming to bat here for the Mustangs.
Any walks for Hughes so far, Brian?
Yes, to start the game, walked. No, check that for Hughes, no.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, Sharp had the walks that were issued back in the first. Hughes has been very efficient, 3 strikeouts, and has yet to record a walk, and misses on the first pitch there to Nick Kumar. And count at 1-0. And the Mustangs with Justin Brstensky on second base in scoring position. And there's a chopper from Kumar down to second. Kearney throws over to Orzechowski to retire Kumar 4-3 to end the inning. So the Mustangs leave Brstensky stranded, and after 4, Char Valley 2, Laurel Highlands 1. Here on the Ratcliffe Law Firm High School Sports Day on WMBS and on the Triple Live High School Sports Network and the South Union Township Sports Network. Moving down to the top half of the fifth inning, Char Valley with Jason Orzechowski, Garrett Alzen, and Noah Hughes due up. Char Valley continuing to hang on to a 2-1 lead over the Laurel Highlands Mustangs. Nick Kumar on in relief of Garrett Myers. Myers got into a bases-loaded jam in the fourth. Now Kumar on in relief. Char Valley sent 7 men to the plate last inning, in the top half of the fourth, produced only 1 run.
And the only damage was the walk.
Correct. The RBI walk that Kumar issued. First pitch here from Kumar, high and inside to Jason Orzechowski. Orzechowski grounded out 6-3 to end the first inning. Picked up an RBI single to left field in the third. Now Kumar's 1-0 here to Orzechowski. And tied again. Count at 2-0. We mentioned Kumar with an 0-1 record so far this season. Picked up the loss in relief at Trinity a week ago Monday. Those two teams will play again this coming Monday here at Mustang Field. We'll have the game for you both on the radio and the TV side. Our radio pregame, the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame, starts at 3:45. Kumar again missing to Orzechowski, and the count of 3-0, Gary.
Again, the Colts from Chartiers Valley have taken advantage of leadoff runners, so you don't want to start that again here in the fifth.
3-0 pitch on the way. Finds the strike zone. Count now 3-1. And with the exception of the first inning when the Colts were retired by Myers 1-2-3, Alzen single to start the second. Mackey got on via an error in the third. And then Hughes had an infield single to start the fourth. 3-1 pitch here, and that one sent foul by Orzechowski as Kumar's gotten back into the count in the Count now full at 3-2. Kumar had some big strikeouts in the 6th inning yesterday in relief of Dino Vecchiola. Looking for one here. 3-2 pitch and a line drive. Wow. Down by Santino Mara, the second baseman, for the first out of this top half of the 5th. And Mara showing some hops there to pull that one down.
45-inch vertical.
He was the first out of the inning. It was pretty.
And Santino, he's probably 5'6", 5'7".
He's not that tall.
And he was up. Nice play there by Santino. Had a nice angle to his left and jumped perfectly. Timing was excellent.
A much needed out for the Mustangs. Down a run at 2-1. Now Garrett Alzen at the plate. First pitch to Alzen in there for a strike 0-1. We're seeing the Colts take a lot of pitches here today, Gary.
Must be their strategy.
Haven't been very aggressive early on at the plates. Kumar's 0-1 here to Alzen, and that one hops and blocked there by Caleb Scott. And if you're the Mustangs and you know they're going to take a lot, throw some early strikes.
It's always a good strategy to work ahead in the count.
Count out 1-1. Kumar set to go again. Next pitch to Alzen, hit hard on the ground down the first base line. Snare there by Vecchiola, who makes the play, 3 unassisted for the second out of the inning. But Dino had to hustle.
Another outstanding defensive play. That was exactly on the chalk line. Dino had to go to his left, the glove on his right hand, make the play and beat the runner to the base. Good 15 yards behind the base.
A 2 up, 2 down. This top half of the 5th being brought to you by Jason Scott in South Union Township. Now Noah Hughes at the plate. Second plate appearance for Hughes. He'll take ball 1 on the inside. Of course, Hughes an infield single and scored a run. Also stole a base back in the 4th inning. Ryan Sharp, who started the game in the 5th position in the Char Valley batting order, struck out and was then ejected in the 2nd inning. Threw his bat. We understand had some unkind words to say. I think more to himself than to the umpire, but nonetheless was tossed from the contest as Hughes fouls one off there for Char Valley. Counting out 1-1. Next pitch to Hughes, fouled off again. Count out 1-2. And the Mustangs haven't had a 1-2-3 inning since the top half of the 1st.
Why did you say that?
Just passing along the facts. I think I was working a game with Steve Suprick. 2-strike pitch on the way, and that one nub foul again on the left side. Noah Hughes came into play today with only 2 plate appearances so far this season. 0 for 2 at the plate. And pressed into duty with Sharp's ejection today. Did a good job first time up. Let's see if Kumar can finish him off here. That pitch 1 hops and then skips past Caleb Scott with nobody on base. No damage done. They count now up to 2-2.
Nick going to a alternative pitch there. Pulled the string, tried to throw a change-up curve. Just threw it in the dirt.
2-2 again. Kumar to Hughes. That one just off the plate. Now 3-2. Now we're full at 3-2. Kumar, deep breath on the mound. Long looking this time. Now a wind and fire. Payoff pitch. Fouled back again by Noah Hughes.
Another nice crowd here, Brian. And as I was walking down, there's a lot of Chartiers Valley fans up there. Made the trip down.
Yeah, we mentioned the recent history. They've been one of the premier programs, and they travel well. Mustangs have plenty of supporters here as well. 3-2 pitch again. Fastball misses low for ball 4. It was close.
Tough one to take there, but beneficiary of the walk, and put the blame right on Rozak for that.
Yep. So Hughes on again. Sure, if Steve Suprick's listening, I'll get a text message here soon. Louis Kearney coming to the plates. He's 1 for 2 today. Single to left field in the second inning. Struck out swinging in the fourth.
Courtesy runner Zach Karen back on for the Colts.
A step and a half lead off first. Kearney batting from the left side, facing Kumar.
Big lead over here now.
First pitch inside for ball 1. And Char Valley a 2-1 lead over Laurel Highlands if you're just joining us as we work here in the top half of the 5th. Play 7 scheduled innings here in the high school game.
Oh, got him.
First,
yes,
close, and he is out.
Definitely.
So the courtesy runner, Karen again, Gary. We see the courtesy runner come on, get picked off. That ends the top half of the 5th. We'll head to the bottom of the 5th. Still 2-1 Char Valley over Laurel Highlands here on the Radcliffe Law Firm High School Sports Day. Turn to the experts. Fayette Furnace Company Incorporated, serving the Tri-County area since 1920. The area's oldest and most reliable heating and cooling contractor, specializing in Carrier equipment. Employee owned and operated, choosing Fayette Furnace Company and Carrier not only gives you over 200 years of experience, but gives you the experts to help you solve your home's comfort needs. And call Fayette Furnace Company and Carrier to solve your home comfort needs today. Call 724-438-5400 or look up Fayette Furnace Company on the web at FayetteFurnaceCompany.com. Turn to the experts, almost 100 years of serving the Tri-County area. For more information, call Mike at 724-438-5400. That's 724-438-5400 for Fayette Furnace Company. Back here for the bottom half of the 5th inning, a 2-1 lead for the Chartiers Valley Colts over the Laurel Highlands Mustangs. Boy, Noah Hughes has done a great job on in relief here for Chartiers Valley. Really shutting down the Mustangs, Gary.
Sure has, and this would be his, 4th inning of work.
The only hit given up was the double to Vecchiola in the 3rd.
I'm going to have to head out of here as soon as the Mustangs score.
Okay. Now you have the school board meeting to journey off to, so I'll be solo the rest of the way. Jerry will keep me company, along with Nick Barczyk, who's now joined by Dave Dunaway back at our Uniontown Hospital studios. Dave on the way next with the Sports Voice as soon as we wrap this game up. It's Bonner, Mara, and Becker for the Mustangs, and Bonner hit by a pitch. Not a bad way to start the inning, getting a base runner. Bonner takes one for the team.
Similar to Marte last night. I don't know if you saw that. He got drilled right in the ear. Took a while for him to shake that one off.
I think Bonham might have got hit in the shoulder.
Yeah.
Loosens it up. He's all right in front of us. At the top of the order in Sansino Mara. Mara, a walk back in the 1st inning, scored a run, then flew out to Garrett Alzen, 2nd time up in the 3rd. Mustangs down a run. Trying to work their way back here in the bottom half of the 5th inning. Hughes now checking Bonner, who's back safely. Yet to deliver a pitch here to Santino Mara. This bottom half of the 5th being brought to you by the Uniontown Hospital, making a healthy difference in the lives they touch. Hughes out of the stretch. First pitch here to Mara. Mara, first pitch swinging. Hard ground ball. And the play was made there by Fasalki, the 3rd baseman, who made the throw over to 2nd to retire the lead runner. Dylan Bonas goes as a fielder's choice. 5-4. Aggressive play there, but
slide right into the base. It's really up to the 2nd baseman to get himself out of the way in that situation. I don't think there's anything to complain about there.
And the base umpire right there had a good view of it.
So good luck, Brian. Bring home a win.
All right. Gary's going to step out the rest of the way. And Gary will be back with us, I'm sure, sometime next week. Tony Hanola is going to join me on Monday for the Mustangs and the Trinity Hillers here at Landman Field. And are on the air Monday with the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show, 3:45, first pitch set for 4 o'clock. And did they rule Mara out at first?
Yep.
Wonder what that was all about. So now 2 outs here in the inning. We're going to have to get some clarification in between innings on what they ruled there on Mara. And Mara just had the ground ball, so I'm wondering what the interference was, unless they're going to rule the interference on the slide from Bana, thus causing Mara to be out at first. But I don't think there would have been much of a play. Now 2 outs in the inning. Becker, a fly ball to left center field, and it's dropped by Griffin Beatty, the center fielder. That ball was right in Beatty's glove, slid right through, and now sliding into second safely is Tyler Becker. So a 2-base error by the center fielder Griffin Beatty. And Tyler Becker gets on. And you go back at the ruling that Mara was out, really proving costly on the Laurel Highlands side, because you'd have to think with Mara's speed, he would have scored on that play. And also produced the second out of the inning. Now Dino Vecchiola at the plate. He's 1 for 2. Again, Vecchiola was 3 for 3 yesterday. Doubled to right field today back in the 3rd inning. And now with Becker on second, Mustangs down 2-1. Noah Hughes will step off. And you go back, if that was interference, which we assume it was, by the time Fasalki sent it over to Kearney would have had no chance to get it back over to Orzechowski to even come close to retiring Mara. But nonetheless, 2 outs were recorded on that play. Now the Mustangs get a fortunate break back, as off of Tyler Becker's fly ball, it's dropped in center field by Griffin Beatty. Now the Mustangs with a runner in scoring position, but 2 outs as we operate here in the bottom half of the 5th inning, and Dino Vecchiola at the plate. Dino taking one there, low and outside. Count now at 2-0. Hughes to Vecchiola. Char Valley trying to protect a 2-1 lead. Laurel Highlands took a 1-0 lead in the bottom half of the 1st inning. Char Valley coming back with runs in the top half of the 3rd and the top half of the 4th. 2-0 to Vecchiola, outside again. Count now at 3-0. Again, first base open. And Nate Zimkoski has also been hot over the last couple of games for the Mustangs, due up next. As the Mustangs looking for a rally back here on the bottom half of the 5th. Now a 3-0 pitch upcoming. Hughes to Vecchiola. It's a fastball that's right down the pipe for a strike. Dino taking all the way. Now they count a 3-1. And Vecchiola came into this game with a .583 average and 6 RBIs. RBI number 7 would tie this game up at 2. Long look in here from Noah Hughes. A glance back at second. Next pitch on the way. A check swing from Dino, but the pitch missed low for ball 4. Ruling is Dino did not go around, and they'll appeal to the base umpire who says safe, meaning he did not offer at that last pitch. So Vecchiola walking here for the Mustangs. Vecchiola now representing the go-ahead run in this game for Laurel Highlands, and Nate Zimkoski at the plate. So 2 on, 2 outs. Bottom of the 5th inning. Laurel Highlands down 2-1. And Nate Zimkoski, who drove in Laurel Highlands' only run of the day, back in the 1st inning at the plate. With Noah Hughes operating from the stretch. First pitch here to Zimkoski. High for ball 1. Hughes' pitch count now getting up again. Hughes came on to start the bottom half of the 2nd inning in relief of Ryan Sharp, who was ejected for a little personal misconduct after slamming down the bat and saying some unkind words. Throw over to first here, very close. After the low pitch there to Zimkoski, they're trying to get Vecchiola off the bag. Remember, there's 2 outs here in the inning. Count now at 2-0. Hughes to Zimkoski. That really kicked up a bunch of dirt. Now the 2-0 pitch. Fastball in there for a strike. Now 2-1. Infield's still pretty dry. We did have a brief rain shower move through town around 1:15 this afternoon. And again, plenty of rain in the forecast tomorrow. 2-1 pitch here. This one hit high in the air to right center field. Charging on is the right fielder. That's Frankie Peluso, who makes the grab to end the inning. So the Mustangs leave 2 stranded, and we'll head to the top half of the 6th. Still 2-1. Char Valley over Laurel Highlands here on the Radcliffe Law Firm High School Sports Day on WMBS and on the Triple Live High School Sports Network. We're back here at Laurel Highlands High School. Chartiers Valley leading Laurel Highlands by a score of 2-1. Top half of the 6th inning, Louis Kearney, Anthony Colora, and Aiden Krieg due up here for the Colts. Nick Kumar still on the hill for Laurel Highlands. Came on in relief of Garrett Myers in the 4th inning. Inning that saw the Chartiers Valley Colts send 7 men to the plate, load the bases, but produce only 1 run. Char Valley, a little activity now down in their bullpen. Xander Fasalki, who's playing third base, now loosening up. Kumar's first pitch here to Louis Kearney. Kearney first pitch swinging, and a diving effort there from Brstensky at short. Long throw over to first, not in time. Have to give Kearney an infield single there. Just a well-positioned ball. Brstensky did a nice job with a diving stop to keep the ball in the infield, but did not have enough time to get it over to first to retire Kearney. So Kearney's second hit of the game. An infield single here once again gives Char Valley a leadoff base runner to start an inning. It's happened in 4 of 6 innings so far today for the Colts. Now Anthony Colora at the plate. Colora struck out swinging back in the 2nd inning. Walked in the 4th. Now Kumar out of the stretch. First pitch here to Colora, and Colora shows bunt, lays it down, goes right back to Kumar, throws over to first to Vecchiola to retire Colora. 1-3 on the sac bunt. Advancing down to second is Kearney. So Kearney now in scoring position. 1 out here in the top half of the 6th. And Aiden Krieg at the plate. And we're going to see a pinch hitter here. It's going to be Aaron Lindow. So Lindow to bat for Krieg. Krieg was the DH for Char Valley. And Lindow 0 for 5 at the plate so far this season. 6 plate appearances, did walk once and scored a run in the first pitch. A breaking ball from Kumar, but Lindow, the Char Valley junior, getting an opportunity here as a pinch hitter for the designated hitter Krieg, after Krieg struck out swinging twice already here today. 1-0 counts. Next pitch there from Kumar finds the strike zone. Now 1-1 to the junior Lindow. With Kearney on second. And 1 out here in the top half of the 6th. And Char Valley up 2-1 over Laurel Highlands. Now Kumar will step off but no throw. We've seen Char Valley already once in this game steal third base. That was Hughes back in the 4th inning. So they have not been afraid to be aggressive on the base paths so far today. Kumar's next delivery misses a low, moves the count now to 2-1. From Kumar to Lindow here in the top half of the 6th inning. These two teams will meet again at Chartiers Valley High School on May the 6th. Be a Monday afternoon game. Have it for you on the radio side. And Kumar just missing there below the knees to Lindau. Now they count up to 3-1. And if you're Kumar, especially facing a hitter like Lindau, who has yet to produce at the plate so far this season, you want to throw strikes at this juncture of the game. Kumar now from the stretch. 3-1 on the way to Lindau. Misses low for ball 4, and that puts 2 on with 1 out. Here in the top half of the 6th, Char Valley looking for some insurance. Second walk of the season for Lindau. We might have another pitching change here for the Mustangs. We will. Nick Kumar will exit. And it looks like coming in from left field, Tyler Becker will pitch. Second day in a row we've seen Becker on in relief. He got the save yesterday against Albert Gallatin. Hoping to maybe get the win today. He'll try to get the Mustangs out of a jam here in the top half of the 6th. Down 2-1. We're back in a moment here on WMBS, the Triple Live High School Sports Network and the South Union Township Sports Network.
Just sit right down and you hear a tale of a fateful call. You better pay those bills right now or you take a mighty fall. He really didn't know what to do, so he turned to those who did. Zeppeli, Mahalev, and White, your bankruptcy crew, your bankruptcy crew. So no matter how deep in debt you are, if your back's against the wall, Zeppeli, Mahalev, and White, just give them a call.
We're back here at Landman Field at Laurel Highlands High School. The new Mustang pitcher is Tyler Becker. And for Becker, this is his 4th appearance of the season. He's worked 3 2/3 innings, given up just 1 hit, 1 run. It was not earned. Struck out 2 and is yet to issue a walk. And Becker picked up the save in relief yesterday against Albert Gallatin. Enters the game today with the Mustangs down 2-1. 1 out as we work here in the top half of the 6th inning, and Chartiers Valley leading Laurel Highlands by a score of 2-1. The Mustangs have brought Alex Gesk on to play left field, with Becker now pitching. Becker's first pitch here to Anthony Mackey is popped foul, actually of a pinch hitter. It's not Mackey. Yes, it is. Mackey is in there. Never mind. We had so many different number changes today. Apologize for that. Mackey was actually listed as 18 originally on our roster, and of course him and Hughes switched. So Mackey's still in there hitting in the number 9 position in the Char Valley batting order, and swings here and hits this high in the air to right field. Justin Brostensky gets under it and makes the grab, and Char Valley is going to hold station here with Louis Kearney remaining on second. And Aiden Lindau on first after a quick relay in from Justin Brostensky out in right field. So Mackey retired, and that'll bring up Griffin Beatty. As Char Valley now will start the 4th time through their batting order, and Beatty's reached base twice in 3 plate appearances, and both times he reached were via the walk in both the 3rd and the 4th inning. In fact, the walk in the 4th inning was an RBI walk for Griffin Beatty. Comes to the plate here with 2 on and 2 outs in the top of the 6th, and this team up a run, and he takes the first pitch from Tyler Becker for ball 1. This top half of the 6th inning being brought to you by State Farm agent Lauren Yeoman. One-0 count here. Becker to Beatty. Becker's pitch on the way. Beatty hits it on the ground. Brostensky at short makes the throw over to first. To Dino Vecchiola to record the out, 6-3. So the Colts leave 2 stranded. Still a 2-1 game. Char Valley over Laurel Highlands. We move to the bottom of the 6th here on the Radcliffe Law Firm High School Sports Day on WMBS, the Triple Live High School Sports Network, and the South Union Township Sports Network.
At what point did everything change? When did service get taken out of service industries? It's too bad, because people are busy these days. At life, at work, at play. When it comes to your hard-earned money, you want service. Real service. From a person you know and a face you trust. At a bank where changing with the times doesn't mean leaving people behind. We're proud to be a part of your community. We're United Bank. At your service.
Southwestern Endoscopy Center is a state-licensed and Medicare-certified facility and emphasizes privacy, comfort, caring, and safety for colonoscopies and upper GI endoscopies. Painless procedures are done with twilight sedation given by a board-certified anesthesiologist. The center accepts most insurance plans and is staffed by Doctors Ruthhart, Calabrese, Stokes, SWGI, specialists in digestive health.
Mustangs with Justin Brostensky, Caleb Scott, and Greg Hench due up here in the bottom half of the sixth inning, needing a run, down 2-1. As Gary mentioned before he departed for the Laurel Highlands School Board meeting, that's been a popular score for the Mustangs. In fact, 2 of their last 3 games they've lost by 2-1 scores. They've also had 3 straight one-run games, defeated Albert Gallatin 5-4 yesterday. This is the 3rd game on consecutive days for Chartiers Valley this week as well. The Colts a 10-0 win over Carrick on Tuesday, and then upset Trinity yesterday to create a 3-way tie for second place in the conference between the Colts Mustangs and the Trinity Hillers. And we mentioned the Mustangs will have Trinity here at home this coming Monday. The game will bring you not only here on the radio side, but on the South Union Township Sports Network as well. So Justin Brostensky will lead off this bottom half of the 6th inning, and he's been on base safely in both of his plate appearances so far today. Single to right field first time up, got on via an air. Second time up in the 4th inning, but takes the first pitch here from Noah Hughes. Has really been strong in relief for Chartiers Valley. Came on in replacing Ryan Sharp, who was ejected from the game in the top half of the 2nd inning. And the 0-1 here to Brostensky, misses high and outside, even up the counts at 1-1. Up next for Char Valley will be a game next Wednesday. Check that, next Tuesday against West Allegheny. He played at Chartiers Valley High School, so they'll play the team in the conference is at the top of the table right now, the West Allegheny Indians. They're 9-1 overall, 6-0 in conference play. Haven't lost a game to a team in the state of Pennsylvania all season long. Brostensky took another pitch for a strike, counting out 1-2. Hughes is 1-2 here to Brostensky. Little check swing blooper down on the right side, and it bounces in front of Frankie Paluzzo, the Char Valley right fielder. Kind of an excuse me single, but Justin Brostensky will take it. And the Mustangs have a leadoff base runner here to start the bottom half of the 6th inning. This bottom half of the 6th being brought to you by Ford of Uniontown, Route 40 West, located across from Applebee's. Now Caleb Scott coming to the plate. Caleb flew out to Garrett Alzen in left field first time up. Sacrificed in the 4th. Nobody out. Brostensky on first. And Scott at the plate again. Squares around, lays a bunt right down, going back to Hughes, who fires over to Orzakowski at first. And once again, Scott sacrificing to advance Brostensky in a scoring position. Now Greg Hench coming to the plate. Hench was robbed of an extra base hit by Alzen in left field. First time up to lead off the 2nd inning. Struck out swinging in the 4th inning, excuse me. The Mustangs' designated hitter has been hot as of late. Trying to keep it going here today. A little check swing at the first pitch. It hops in front of Anthony Calori, who regains, fires down to third, but not in time. So aggressive base running paying off again for the Mustangs as Justin Brostensky gets down to third. And the Mustangs now have the game-tying run at third, game the go-ahead run at the plate. Hench representing the go-ahead run right now. It's a 1-0 count here. Hughes to Hench. Greg set to go. Hughes out of the stretch. Clean look at third. Now delivers. Good pitch there. Finding the strike zone. Evening up the counts. At 1-1 to Greg Hench. And Hughes has a clean look over Brostensky at third. 1-1 pitch to Greg. Misses high and outside. Count now 2-1. Mustangs down a run at 2-1. A 2-1 pitch here. Hughes to Hench. Another fastball misses low. Count out 3-1. Mustangs with Nick Kumar due up next behind Hench. Now check that. It would be the pitcher's spot and Tyler Becker, but now you had the double switch and Alex Gesk would bat in that position, and now Hench with a ground ball here just going foul. You do have Gesk in the on-deck circle. Remember, Kumar came on in relief of Garrett Myers and Becker on in relief of Kumar. And they move Gesk out to left field in place of Becker, who's now pitching for the Mustangs. So it will be Gesk to bat. And we have a full count here to Greg Hench. As Noah Hughes trying to get a baseball to his liking right now. One out here in the inning. Prostensky at third, and the Mustangs down a run. Payoff pitch to Hench, who swings. It's a hard on the ground. Fair ball through on the left side. And the ball gets past the left fielder, hauls it into the corner, and Hench is going to hold up. Now the relay coming in for a double. But it's an RBI double for Greg Hench. And this game now tied at 2. As Justin Brostensky scores on the play. And now Alex Gesk coming to the plate. First plate appearance of the afternoon for Gesk. We might have a pitching change here on the Char Valley side. The catcher's going to come out there. That's Calora to talk to Hughes. Looks like they're just going to talk a little strategy. Nobody warming up, though, right now for Char Valley. But if they do make a move, it might be to a position player who's out in the field right now. They're going to stick with Hughes for now. It'll be Alex Gesk at the plate. Gesk so far this season a .200 average. Has had 22 plate appearances, 20 at-bats, 4 hits, has scored 5 runs, and picked up 3 RBIs. He's a lefty against the righty Noah Hughes. With Greg Hench in scoring position at second base. Now time called here by Gesk as Hughes was trying to freeze him. You got to be aggressive here if you're Alex Gesk. Put the ball in play. Try to get that go-ahead run. As the Mustangs have fought back to tie this game at 2. First pitch to Gesk. Little check swing. He did not go. It was a little skipper in there. It's Anthony Calora. Did a good job to keep the ball in front of him. And now they're going to check Gesk on the appeal. And the base umpire says he did not go. It's the count at 1-0. Hughes really slowing down this game right now on the mound. Gesk set to go. Now Hughes toes the rubber again. From the stretch, we'll glance back at second. 1-0 pitch to Gesk, who rips it on the right side, and it's gloved down by the right fielder, Frankie Paluzzo. And Greg Hench was halfway down between second and third and just has to retreat to the second base bag. So no opportunity for Hench to tag up on the play. So Gesk retired F9. Now bring up Dylan Bonner. But a well-hit ball there from Alex Gesk. Is hit right at Frankie Paluzzo. Dylan Bonner was hit by a pitch last time up in the 5th inning. Grounded out 6-3 first time up in the 2nd inning. Trying to break out of a little slump right now. Came in with just a .217 average. In fact, was hit for yesterday against Albert Gallatin. Got the start in center field, but they had a DH for Bonner. And Bonner started off the season as the Mustangs' leadoff hitter. And Dylan takes ball 1 here from Noah Hughes. And this game tied at 2. 2 outs as we operate here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. Brian Morozak alongside Jerry Dupé, Nick Barczyk, and Dave Dunaway back in our Uniontown Hospital studios. Next pitch here to Bonner. Misses high from Hughes. Count now at 2-0. And with Hench on second, 2 outs here in the inning. Hench representing the go-ahead run for the Mustangs. And Bonner trying to break out of a slump with a big hit here. Did come into the game with 4 RBIs so far this season. Now the 2-0 pitch on the way to Bonner. A little check swing, but the pitch is in there for a strike. Good pitch there from Hughes, finding the outside corner at the knees. It's the count now at 2-1. Hughes, another long look in from the stretch. 2-1 pitch here to Bonner. Fastball in there for a strike again at the knees. And Hughes getting the calls the last 2 times on those pitches at the edge of the strike zone. Now Bonner has to protect the plate. Hughes getting set with a 2-2 pitch here to Dylan Bonner with a game tied at 2 and a runner on second here for the Mustangs in the bottom half of the 6th inning. Hughes' 2-2 offering, fastball right down the pipe. Bonner just lets it go, and that's strike 3. Surprise, Bonner did not offer there, so Bonner goes down. Mustangs, they'll get a run back in the bottom half of the 6th, and we're tied at 2 after 6 here in the Radcliffe Law Firm High School Sports Day on WMBS, the Triple I High School Sports Network, and the South Union Township Sports Network.
Centers for Rehab Services, CRS, a part of UPMC and the Center for Sports Medicine, is a proud sponsor of the South Union Township Sports Network and its coverage of area youth sports. Make Centers for Rehab Services your choice for all of your physical and occupational therapy needs. CRS, located at 160 Wayland Smith Drive, provides physical therapy, occupational therapy, work injury programs, and hand therapy. Valuing patient satisfaction is one of their highest priorities. Centers for Rehab Services offers a patient-centered environment where each patient has an individualized treatment plan developed for their specific needs. They are experts in helping you recover from injuries, increase strength, and build endurance. CRS professionals have become highly skilled through a strong commitment to continuing education and advanced certifications to ensure the most cutting-edge and cost-effective treatment for their patients. Jim Burns, a lifetime Uniontown area resident, is a licensed physical therapist and facility director of the Uniontown location, as well as a field faculty instructor for Duquesne University and for the University of Pittsburgh School of Physical Therapy. He invites you to stop by his state-of-the-art location and discuss your rehabilitation needs. Center for Rehab Services is participating with most insurance plans, including all Highmark products, UPMC Health Plan, and Medicare. Available 5 days a week and offering extended hours for patient convenience. Patients are seen within 24 to 48 hours, and walk-ins are always welcome. Patients may also be seen through direct access, which does not require a physician's prescription. CRS worked with physicians and other healthcare providers to help you find relief, live your life again, and get you back into the game. For more information, call CRS at 724-437-7500. Where you treat for physical therapy is always your choice, so ask for Centers for Rehab Services. It's your health, it's your choice.
Davis and Davis, helping the injured.
If you're injured in an accident, after you address the medical problems, you're going to be faced with numerous questions concerning who's going to pay your medical bills, your property damage, the wages that you might be losing if you can't go to work. These are things that you need counsel for.
That your income is protected, that your bills are paid, that your family's taken care of. We've been doing this since 1976. We've helped injured people. We can help you.
Davis and Davis, attorneys at law.
Back here at Landman Field at Laurel Highlands High School, the Chartiers Valley Colts with Frankie Peluso, Jason Orzakowski, and Garrett Alzen due up here in the top half of the 7th inning. Game tied at 2. Tyler Becker, the third Mustang pitcher used this afternoon on the hill. First pitch here, a swing and a miss from Frankie Peluso. The count at 0-1. Paluzzo entered the game with a .300 average and 2 RBIs. Struck out swinging in the first inning, sacrificed in the third, and flew out to Nate Zimkoski last time up in the fourth. Next pitch here, the 0-1 is outside, even up the count at 1-1. Laurel Highlands getting their 2 runs in the first and sixth innings. Char Valley their 2 in the third and fourth. Runs have been at a premium here this afternoon. Now the 1-1 from Becker to Paluzzo. This is high and outside. Count now moves to 2-1. Becker got the save yesterday for Laurel Highlands in their 5-4 win over Albert Gallatin. He's the current pitcher of record right now in a 2-2 game. Becker's 2-1 pitch here to Paluzzo. And Frankie hits it hard on the ground. That's a foul ball. Very close down the first base line. Count now moves to 2-2. This top half of the seventh inning being brought to you by the Centers for Rehab Services and physical therapist Jim Burns. Of course, located on Wayland Smith Drive in Uniontown. Here we go. Becker versus Paluzzo. Char Valley has got the opening hitter on 4 out of 6 times so far to lead off an inning. 2-2 pitch here, and another one golfed foul by Paluzzo. This one into the fence in front of the Mustang dugout. Count remains 2-2. Again, this game will break a current 3-way logjam for second place in the conference. Could be a 2-way tie depending on the results of the rest of the action in the conference today. But Char Valley, Trinity, and Laurel Highlands all entered play today at 3-2 in the conference. The Hillers host Montour this afternoon, and that pitch inside of Paluzzo, and we'll go full 3-2. Carrick, again, we mentioned earlier, in Fayette County today as well at Albert Gallatin. Colts doubled up the Hillers yesterday 4-2. Hillers' 2 losses have come against Char Valley and West Allegheny. Of course, the Mustangs' 2 losses came against West Ain Trinity. And the payoff pitch, Becker to Paluzzo. On the way, swing and a miss, strike 3. Big strikeout there for Tyler Becker. Sending down Frankie Paluzzo. That's the first strikeout Becker's recorded today. And we have an out recorded here in the top half of the 7th inning. Now Jason Orzakowski, the senior first baseman for Char Valley, coming to the plate. Orzakowski 1 for 3 today. Lone hit, an RBI single to left field back in the 3rd inning. Also grounded out 6-3 to end the first. And flew out, was actually robbed by Santino Mara last time up in the 5th inning. He'll take the first pitch here for a strike. Nice breaking ball from Tyler Becker. Becker, not a lot of heat, but picks his spots very well for the Mustangs. And has shown a very good arm when called upon. And when the Mustangs do need a nice fastball. That was more of a position pitch on the last one here. And again, another off-speed pitch, which finds the strike zone. They count at 0-2. Becker again pitching well for Laurel Highlands. Now looking for back-to-back strikeouts. Sent down Paluzzo to start the inning, trying to continue the trend here against Orzakowski. Count at 0-2. Swing and a miss. That was foul tipped there by Orzakowski. Just got a piece of it. Orzakowski hangs in there. Now Becker, another opportunity to finish him off. Another long look in. Operating from the stretch, even the base is empty. 0-2 pitch, kind of threw that one away. Skip through the dirt. Count moves to 1-2. And we're back at it again on Monday. Mustangs host Trinity on the radio side on the air with the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show at 3:45. 1-2 pitch on the way. This ball hit on the ground to Brostensky at short. Throw over to first in time to Vecchiola to retire Orzakowski 6-3 for the second out of this top half of the 7th inning. Now Garrett Alzen coming to the plate. Alzen 1 for 3 today. Lone hit a single to center field to lead off the second inning. Grounded into a 4-6-3 double play in the third inning. And grounded out 3 unassisted in the fifth. The sophomore left fielder came into the game with a .259 average and an RBI. Becker looking for a 1-2-3 top half of the seventh inning to give the Mustangs an opportunity to win it in the bottom half of the seventh inning. And swinging and missing in the first pitch there, Alzen. They counted 0-1. Becker looks very confident in relief again for the Laurel Highlands Mustangs. Now the 0-1 pitch here to Alzen. Fastball misses high and outside. Evens up the count at 1-1. Both of these teams looking for a little momentum going into the mini break over the Easter holiday weekend. There's a line drive. It'll bounce in front of the Mustang left fielder Alex Gesk. So a 2-out single to left for Garrett Alzen. The sun pretty much right in our face right now. Starting to set from the third base side of the field. Press box positioned here down the first base line. Now Noah Hughes at the plate. A runner on and 2 outs here in the top half of the seventh. A 2-2 game. Chartiers Valley and Laurel Highlands fighting for second place in the conference. Becker's first pitch to Hughes. Swing and a miss, strike one. Hughes has reached base safely in both of his plate appearances. Infield single, stole a base, and scored a run in the fourth inning. Walked in the fifth. His courtesy runner was then picked off. That was Zach Karen. Now the 0-1 from Becker, runner going to Hughes. Pitching there for a strike throw down to second. It's close and out at second is Garrett Alzen. Caught stealing to end the inning. So we'll go to the bottom half of the seventh. The Mustangs will try to win it. It's a 2-2 game here on the Ratcliffe Law Firm High School Sports Day on WMBS, the Triple Live High School Sports Network, and the South Union Township Sports Network.
The key to success in life is teamwork. On and off the field, in the workplace, in the home, in our schools. Teamwork gets it done. The world of competitive sports offers many good things, the most important of which is teamwork. Individual talent may win a few games, but teamwork wins championships. Go team! Go Laurel Highlands Mustangs! This positive message has been brought to you and paid for by Jason Scott.
Back here at Landman Field, the Mustangs with the top of the order due up as they try to win it here in the bottom half of the seventh inning. Game tied at 2. Mara, Becker, and Vecchiola coming to the plate. Laurel Highlands tying things up in the bottom half of the sixth inning with an RBI double by Greg Hench, who drove in Justin Brostensky. Now the Mustangs with the top of the order up, trying to win the game here and look for back-to-back one-run wins in the bottom of the seventh inning. And still Noah Hughes on the mound for Chartiers Valley. Mara so far today walked and scored a run in the first inning. Full out to Garrett Alzen in the third. Hit into a fielder's choice in the fifth. See what this seventh inning has in store for Santino Mara. An opportunity for Laurel Highlands to win it here in the bottom half of the seventh inning. Mara digs in. Hughes will wind and fire the first pitch to Santino. It's a breaking ball, which misses low and outside for ball one. This bottom half of the seventh inning brought to you by Davis & Davis, attorneys at law, helping local people with their legal matters since 1976. Gary tells me if the game goes extras, he'll be back for the 8th. 1-0 pitch right down the pipe tomorrow. Evens up the count at 1-1. Mustang Jr. came into the game with a .414 average and 5 RBIs. His usual position of second base today. 1-1 from Hughes to Mara, low and in the dirts. Count out 2-1. A run here in the bottom of the 7th inning wins it for the Mustangs. Our Highlands grad Dave Dunaway will be on next year on the radio side with the Sports Voice as soon as this one wraps up. 2-1 pitch on the way tomorrow. Misses low and outside, and now the count of 3-1. Dave, a 1995 Laurel Highlands grad, rooting out the Mustangs back at our Uniontown Hospital studios. Now 3-1. Hughes tomorrow. Pitch on the way, and Santino takes ball 4. So the Mustangs with a game-winning run now on first base, nobody else. Bottom of the 7th inning, and Tyler Becker now at the plate. Becker's been on board, 2 of 3 plate appearances so far in this game. Walked back in the 1st inning, was actually called out at home after a single to left field from Nate Zimkoski that scored Mara. Becker tried to advance from second to home. We might have a pitching change here on the Chartiers Valley side. That's going to be it for Noah Hughes, who's pitched a great game in relief of Ryan Sharp. So Char Valley to make a pitching change. We'll tell you all about the Colts' new pitcher in just a moment when we come back here on the Radcliffe Law Firm High School Sports Day on WMBS, the Triple Live High School Sports Network, and the South Union Township Sports Network. Here at Landman Field, new pitcher for the Chartiers Valley Colts, Xander Fasalki. Fasalki was playing third base. Nico Marinacci now playing third for the Chartiers Valley Colts. And for Fasalki, this is only his second appearance of the season. Enters the game with a 1.5 ERA. Has worked 4 2/3 innings, given up 4 hits, 2 runs, 1 earned run, struck out 4, and walked 2. Comes into the game here with the go-ahead run at first, and showing bunt here, Becker throws it right back to Fasalki, the pitcher, who turns and makes the throw over to Jason Orzakowski at first. So Becker with a sac bunt, 1-3 to advance the game-winning run, and Santino Mara to second base. Now Dino Vecchiola, again, who's been red hot, comes to the plate. Vecchiola on base in 2 of 3 plate appearances here today, including a double to right field in the 3rd inning, walked in the 5th inning, was 3 for 3 yesterday. It looks like they're going to intentionally walk Vecchiola here. They will. He's a little upset. He wanted his chance at the plate. So an intentional walk to Dino Vecchiola. Of course, at this point of the game, Vecchiola's run is meaningless. You get Mara around, you win the game. Now you have Nate Zimkoski coming to the plate. Zimkoski 1 for 3 today. Broke out of a little bit of a slump yesterday against Albert Gallatin. Going 3 for 4 with a triple and a run scored. Now long infield meeting here. They actually brought Marinacci over from third to talk to Fasalki and Calora. Fasalki the pitcher, Calora the catcher. And Zimkoski at the plate as the Mustangs try to win it here in the bottom half of the 7th inning. Again, had that RBI single back in the 1st. Fasalki works here from the stretch with 2 on and 1 out. First pitch here to Zimkoski, swing and a miss. Counted 0-1. Will the Mustangs try to move Mara here at all? And he has plenty of speed. It'd still be risky representing the game-winning run at this juncture of the game. 0-1 pitch on the way, and Zimkoski takes the pitch to even up the count at 1-1. Just missed a little high. Xander Fasalki, again, only his second appearance of the season on the mound for Chartiers Valley. Third consecutive day the Colts have played this week. Next pitch on the way, again a little high and inside as Fasalki threw the bender that time at Zimkoski. Count at 2-1. 2-2 game, bottom of the seventh. Mustangs trying to win it. And that pitch catches the corner. Appeared to be a little low and outside, but the home plate umpire has been calling those strikes all game long. And count now even at 2-2. Now Zimkoski has to protect the plate. Fasalki, a little glance back at second. 2-2 pitch on the way. It's low. That one in the dirt for ball 3. And ball 4 here would load up the bases for Justin Brostensky, who's due up next. And Brostensky's reached base safely in all 3 plate appearances today. So here we go. Payoff pitch. That's low for ball 4, and we're loaded up. Bases loaded now for Justin Brostensky. 1 out here in the inning, and they'll bring the infield in. And they can get the force out at home. As once again the catcher, Anthony Colora, attacks to Xander Fasalki, the pitcher. Now the entire infield in here to have a little meeting at the mound to discuss strategy. The only base runner at this point that really matters for the Mustangs is Santino Mara down at third. Game's tied at 2, bottom of the 7th inning. We play 7. At least 7 scheduled innings. And Mara represents the game-winning run. Justin Brostensky, a single to right field back in the first inning. Reached via an error to start the 4th inning. Single to right field and scored a run in the 6th inning. 4th plate appearance of the game for Brostensky, who'd actually struggled to the plate coming into this game with a 167 average. He's bounced out of that today. Now looking for his biggest hit of the season here to win it for the Mustangs in a key conference game against Chartiers Valley. He takes the first pitch high and outside for ball 1 against Xander Fasalki. We mentioned for Fasalki, only his second appearance on the mound this season. He hasn't had too many reps as a pitcher for the Colts during the 2019 campaign. 1-0 pitch here to Brostensky, low and in the dirt, hops away from the catcher, Anthony Colora, who quickly regains. And the Mustangs only 1 out here in the inning, keeping Mara down at third. It would have been close if Mara would have decided to run, but I think the safe strategy paying off that time. Again, the Laurel Highlands head coach, Scott DeBerry, the Mustangs' third base coach. And the count at 2-0 now. Fasalki to Brostensky. Just 1 out here in the inning. 2-0 pitch on the way, low and inside again. And the Mustangs a ball away from winning this game. Mustangs bench into this one, and now another infield meeting here. For the catcher Colora, you just have to tell Fasalki, hey, throw some strikes. And have to think, at least with his next pitch, Brostensky is going to be taken all the way. On the other hand, he has to think he's probably getting a strike. If Fasalki can throw one, now's the time. And the winner remains, at least in a tie, for second place in the conference. Look at the WPIAL playoffs, still 3.5 weeks away. This game that could be huge for WPIAL playoff seeding. And here we go, the 3-0 pitch, Fasalki to Justin Brostensky. Bases loaded, 1 out, bottom of the 7th, 3-0 on the way, right down the pipe as we expected. Count moves to 3-1. Another big pitch upcoming here for Xander Fasalki. 3-1 to Justin Brostensky. Fastball. Brostensky hits it high in the air to center field. It goes over the head of the center fielder, Griffin Beatty, and a walk-off Game-winning hit for Justin Brostensky as the Mustangs win it in the bottom of the 7th. Brostensky driving in Santino Mara. They had everybody in, and you have to wonder if Beatty was a normal position in center field, would he have made that grab? But it goes over his head in a walk-off game-winning hit from Justin Brostensky, and the Mustangs win it by a score of 3-2. That'll wrap it up on the radio side. We'll be back with a final word on the TV side. Again, Laurel Highlands a 3-2 win and a walk-off win as Brostensky drives in Santino Mara. Mustangs win it 3-2. Laurel Highlands improving now to 7-2 on the season, 4-2 in conference play. The loss drops Chartiers Valley to 3-8 overall and 3-3 in the conference. We're back with more Mustang baseball on Monday. Laurel Highlands hosting Trinity. We're on the air with our Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show at 3:45. Opening pitch scheduled for 4 o'clock. Again, for Gary Frankhauser, Jerry Dupay, Dave Dunaway, and Nick Barczyk back at our Uniontown Hospital studios. This is Brian Morozak signing off on the radio side. For you folks watching on the South Union Township Sports Network, we'll be back with a final word right after this. You've been listening and watching Mustangs baseball here on WMBS, the Triple Live High School Sports Network, and on the South Union Township Sports Network. Back here on the South Union Township Sports Network, what a game we saw this afternoon. The Laurel Highlands Mustangs, a 3-2 win over the Chartiers Valley Colts. Justin Brostensky, a walk-off game-winning hit driving in Santino Mara as the Mustangs remain at least in a second-place tie in the conference. A 3-2 win for Laurel Highlands over Chartiers Valley. And this evening's game was brought to you as a joint cooperative venture featuring Township Supervisors Bob Schiffbauer, Rick Vernon, and Jason Scott, Atlantic Broadband, Armstrong Cable, and our friends at CUTV, including Gary Smith. I'm Brian Morozak with Gary Frankhauser, Jerry Dupay, and the entire crew from Landman Field here at Laurel Highlands High School. Laurel Highlands a 3-2 winner over Chartiers Valley. This has been a South Union Township Sports Network presentation.